I'm going to apologize to the crew in advance for whatever I just
Yeah.
did.
Uh-huh. You're exactly right. Uh-huh. Oh,
Uh-oh.
you are exactly right.
Guan, hey!
Heck yeah. So,
Danger, Will Robinson.
are we ready to begin?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I believe so, yes.
Okay. Let me know when. I'm assuming you've been recording for the past 20 minutes.
No. You want me to hit start?
Sure.
All right, you're live.
We usually do a bit in the beginning of where, and I say, "Are we live?" And you're usually like, "Well, we've been live for the past 20 minutes, Tyler. I don't know why you've been stalling this whole time." And oh, sorry, you said we started.
Yeah, we started a good 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the USS Guan Yu, the wonderful Star Trek Adventures campaign here on the Guan Yu channel. I'm your wonderful GM, Tyler. With me are the handy dandy crew of the USS Guan Yu. Three, soon to be four of us are going to be joining today. Last we left off, man, what didn't happen last session?
Success.
Yeah. Well, success did happen. The last session saw the crew of the USS Guan Yu, led by Commander slash Doctor Kester Hagen, uh, an escape attempt, getting out of the brig, escaping on board a Klingon bird of prey, and very narrowly, due to the actions of Lieutenant Commander Saoirse Kelly, very narrowly escaping by way of a immediate, just warp blind jump, leading them to the magnetic pole of a planet within the same system as Deep Space Fortitude. We ended the session with a fun little vision that our Commander Hagen had of Captain Edwards being captured and being probed by by the Vorta Deus, and to their best recollection, to their best knowledge, uh, being fully and completely turned to the side of the Dominion. For this game, it is going to be a. I'm sorry, did I say 4-threat? I meant 5-threat game. And that's very serious because to start out the session, let's take everybody to the bridge.
Transition music.
Awesome. So Gorkel is busy down in the security decks. Is currently occupied at this time, trying to break the encryption on the intelligence sort of network that Hagen discovered last episode. Ensign Reese is taking over at tactical.
Yes.
Where is our Commander Kelly? There you are.
Why am I not cracking computer stuff?
Because we needed a reason for this call to not be on the bridge right now.
Yeah, that.
Fair enough.
Commander Kelly, you are walking up to the bridge after a 4-hour required bed rest in sickbay. You walk over to the internal systems station, which I believe is this one. Actually, nope, it's this one. I think we're going to start this off. Number one, we're going to turn on some background music. Not background music, but, ambiance. Commander Kelly, go ahead and give me a reason engineering roll. I'll just say difficulty of 1.
That's a thing I can do.
Actually, make it inside engineering.
That is a thing I can do not as well.
Not as well, but you still will do it.
Indeed. Any applicable focuses?
Do you have like a damage control focus or anything like that? Let me look at your sheet.
No.
Yeah, no. No, nothing.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna roll them bones. So,
Roll them bones.
You know what? Screw that. It's engineering. I'm gonna give you a threat. Have 16 threat,
Sick.
and I'll roll an extra dice. Let's see if I can
Awesome.
generate us some momentum. Yes, I can.
You do. Wonderful.
I'll re-roll that 19.
Okay.
It's been 25 days since we
Hey!
played.
2 momentum rolled.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. One moment, please.
I am helping.
So, I'm going to start spending some threat. Nobody panic.
Everybody start panicking.
You heard the man. We're about to die.
One. So
No,
it's
we won't
1,
die for 3 hours.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
You spent it all.
So, just about. Commander Kelly, you take a look and you call up a damage report. Number one, the system is going very slow, as previously. As previously brought forward in the last session, it's kind of like Windows 98. I'm going to keep bringing it up, even though I have no practical experience about Windows 98. It takes a while for the systems to call up the damage. However, what you see is, I'm going to just give you a normal status report. Currently, your structure has 2 breaches in it. Your sensors, engines, and communications all have a breach each. On top of that, as a symptom of your very very abrupt warp pulse, I'm going to start writing some stuff down here. Extended task, diff 5. You see that there are fractures in the dilithium matrix sort of containment unit inside the warp engine. Apparently the the alignment caused some microfractures in the crystals themselves, and a large warp pulse, as you just did, has fractured both the dilithium crystals and the housing unit that they are sat in. So that itself is a, let me spell dilithium correctly.
A problem.
D-I-L-L.
That's what that is.
Dilithium issues. That, in and of itself, is an extended task with a difficulty of 5. Another issue. You see another engine issue pops up pretty much as soon as you open up this window. You see basically the entire engineering system is yelling at you that it needs emergency repair. You also see microfractures in the driver coil assemblies. Those are the things that are on your nacelles that allow the warp field to take place. That is also an extended task to fix of difficulty 4. Warp drive coils. And one more thing. You see, in your secondary hull, due to the stresses of an immediate warp pulse as you have created that, as well as going through some subspace turbulence, moving this fast through normal space, you see the secondary hull as almost completely fractured. Diff 5. You see both microfractures and actual just large cracks in some of the weight-bearing parts of the hull. That is also a difficulty 5. Secondary hull fractured. These 3 issues in total, your ship has emergency power in decks 1 through 8 still working as effectively. Life support is currently draining out of Dex 9 through 14, and due to some of the hull breaches in your structure, you have a 1/4 impulse capability for 5 minutes. You have full thruster capability as long as you keep it easy, and no warp to speak of.
Hey, Kestra,
Yes?
am I healthy enough to be back at work?
I'll scan Kelly to find that out.
Let me see. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me your scanning with the tricorder.
Uh-huh.
Give me reason medicine difficulty. I'll say diff 2.
Would a emergency medicine focus come into play here?
I think this is more about readiness to go back into work. I don't think that this
That would be
fall in
triage,
work.
wouldn't it? Huh?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a dice with momentum.
Cool.
Alrighty. Let me. Do I want to do anything else? I don't think so. I'm gonna re-roll that 18.
Well.
Hey.
That's one momentum generated. Commander Kelly has just undergone a very high intensity radioactive exposure and is currently on the mend for that. You see some cellular damage towards some of Commander Kelly's non-assimilated organs. So organs,
nanobots fixing the damage.
Slowly but surely, yeah. It's not about. See, the thing is, it's not about fixing the damage. It's about regenerating the tissue that's died. So it's taking a little bit longer. With your research sort of on, you see that there may be some. No, I'm not going to say that.
I have a focus in bionics and cybernetic implants because of my exposure to Borg technology. So,
yeah, with that, I'll give you. If this were a newly freed Borg person that you had just released, you would recommend a regeneration alcove, like full shutdown, 6 hours. Let the nanobot nanites, whatever.
nanites.
Nanites, yeah. Let the nanites go into overdrive, regenerate everything, and then come back good as new. Since you're shy on a regeneration alcove, though, and you're not sure how Commander Kelly would feel about that, you think gonna be a little slow moving for the next 24 hours, but feasibly they're ready to return.
Considering the situation we're in, yes. However, if you go near anything that is even 10 millirads outside of the safe range without a radiation suit on, I'm going to find you and I'm going to strap you to a bed. Understood?
Give me a insight medicine check. With difficulty 1.
While they're having that conversation, Reese is just gonna lean over so she
prowess.
can look at Woodyard and just raise her
Lieutenant
eyebrows.
Wouldn't your girlfriend get jealous?
Insight medicine div 1, please.
Does telepathic prowess apply?
For sure. Yep. Yeah, way to crit. You out of the corner of your eye, you see Lieutenant Mitchell. Her face very quickly goes to the shade of red on her uniform, and then she sort of hides her face. And I'll let your imagination sort of come to mind what what image came to mind on Lieutenant Mitchell's brain.
Right.
It, yeah, yep. She thoroughly embarrassed is what Lieutenant Mitchell thinks.
Berta reaches up, puts a hand on Kestra's shoulder, leans in, and just quietly says, "Save the crop for Sarah."
Lieutenant Mitchell goes, "All right, I'm going to get something to eat." She goes and leaves.
Okay.
Also, with that in mind, how would you expect me to deal with... She gestures vaguely at this console that's lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Console
recommend-
flickers and powers fails on it slightly. Whoa.
First things first, fix the dilithium chamber. We can't get a solid matter-antimatter reaction going without that being fixed.
I wasn't asking about how I should go about doing that. I'm an engineer. I was asking about how you would want me to do this without going into an irradiated zone.
I said without a radiation suit, Saoirse.
Have you seen the suits we have on board?
Does this ship, or does it not, have at least one replicator on board?
You're asking me to trust a Klingon replicator.
I am asking you to make a Klingon replicator work, or we're all going to die.
I can work with that.
If our lives are reliant on a replicator working, then we're screwed.
We've been screwed for... How long has it been?
That was
How long is
only the one replicator.
How long has it been since we got arrested?
You want to know how long it's been arrested? Since
How-
you've been arrested?
Yeah.
It's a shockingly short amount of time. It's been about 3 days.
We've been screwed for about 3 days now, Ensign Reese. Get used to it.
Well, I guess I'll go get to work on a replicator.
Good.
Probably have to
And-
hook the thing up to one of the auxiliary fusion drives.
Also, before you go, give Ensign Reese and Ensign Woodyard access to your virus programs, if you would. I want to build a little package for the station.
Okay, but are we sure the kids are responsible enough for that kind of for these kind of toys? I mean,
I'll be watching them. It will be fine.
all right, if you're gonna supervise.
Titan looks around and is like, all right, well. Just,
To be clear, I think I'm younger. Kestra is younger than Reese, and only like slightly older than Woodyard.
Yeah. None of you are past the age of 25. Just to let you know. I'm not sure about Kelly. Maybe Kelly's in her early.
See,
her early 30s, but
Kestra is 23.
okay.
I think Saoirse was about 25, 26 years old.
I always assumed that Woodyard and Reese were as young as ensigns can get.
Yeah. So they're like, I think they're what, like 19, going on 20.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
kids. They are children.
Okay. So, Commander Kelly, I ask you this. Which of your 3 very severe issues are you going to fix first?
Well, it was recommended to me by my commanding officer to go fix the dilithium chamber, so I'm going to go fix a replicator.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Let's take you down. Is this the one?
Paradise City, crossing screen.
Or is
Oh, I
this-
did. Oh, yeah,
And
I
the
don't-
girls
I
are
can't actually-
pretty.
Can't actually see his. Yeah, there is an engineering day. Oh. You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
So, down to a sufficiently scary looking engine room.
Apparently, that's the one tile I didn't notice I missed the words on.
Yeah, that's fine. It's whatever. Commander Kelly, you make your way down to, as you can see, the turbine room, and what is the fusion reactor assembly that is actually, let me see if there's a better tile. Give me
The tiles are fine. That's coming from me.
What is this? Give me one moment.
Trying to understand what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you and me both.
It's like an H.R. Geiger painting.
These are the official tile pack for the Klingon ships.
My statement stands.
So we're going first. So let's go here. So many tiles, right? Lieutenant Commander Kelly, you make your way down, and you see, conveniently right here, is a currently offline replicator.
Ping it again?
Boom.
Alright, well, let's get that motherfucker up and running.
Yeah, go ahead and give me... What are the breaches in the ship again? Everything but computers. Okay. Weapon structure, sensors, engines. Yeah, go ahead and give me...
Poor ship.
Yeah, it's really in very bad shape. Give me Tyler, what the hell are you doing? Okay. Give me control engineering difficulty. I'll say of 2.
Does it have to do with computers?
Not in this case, no.
Okay. In that case, I will give you a threat for a dice.
Yep.
Hey.
All right, you're one float. So, it takes a little bit. It takes maybe 20 or 30 minutes or so. You're sticking your hand into the power assembly. You're able to go right underneath a auxiliary power tap that's in the back of this wall. It's these purple little lighting here. You're able to unhook that, hit it against the bulkhead a couple of times, replug it back in, and you hear a voo of the replicator systems.
Use the sound. That did sound different, I'll allow it.
You hear it replicate something.
He's gonna lean over and look what it created.
Looks to be... it's a Starfleet comm badge.
Now, why would you ping...
You hear a hail sound come from it.
She's not gonna answer that till she knows where the fuck that hail is coming from. She's going to tap her own comm badge.
Okay.
Kelly to bridge.
This is Amanda Hagen.
I
Oh,
need
no.
a trace on a signal that's coming through to a Starfleet comm badge that the replicator spat out unasked.
Would you give me a trace on that signal? In the meantime, Kelly, I guess pick up?
Are you sure? We start transmitting, someone could triangulate where we are.
We're under
Don't
cloak
they
and
already know
inside...
where they are?
No, they don't. We're under cloak and in the magnetic well of an M-class planet. We're as hidden as we're going to get.
Aye aye. She taps the new comm badge. Search to here, how can I help you?
You don't hear anything on the other line.
You know, it's very rude to just call and not say anything. I'm gonna tap it again and then set it aside.
and it replicates itself away.
She didn't set it back in the replicator.
It does it anyway.
How?
That is a good question, isn't it?
We don't ask those questions here.
No, definitely ask those questions. Can Kelly make a roll?
Yeah, I would quite like to know how the replicator is accessing matter
I was-
outside its field coils.
I was just joking. It's still there.
I was just say we replicated life once. I don't question replicators anymore.
Twice.
It's you just put it on the ground. It's still there on the ground.
Okay,
Wait
so...
a minute, is this the same thing?
Hmm?
Did another replicator get stuck with whatever was going on with our replicators?
Not in
Who
this game.
knows? But she's going to ask it to replicate a hazmat suit.
You see the computer system work for a second. And you hear in Klingon, part 1 of 4. And you see a Klingon-sized helmet is in front of you.
You know what? I don't care. It's gonna be baggy. It's gonna be fine. She sets the helmet aside to clear the way on the replicator mat.
You see what looks to be a size 6X torso of a hazmat suit.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna get in the way. She's gonna cancel that order, have it suck that back up. Input her size and measurements, and have it spit out a hazmat suit that'll fit her.
Yeah, you see, as you grab an appropriately Kelly-sized hazmat suit comes out.
Much better. Okay. Well, she's gonna start putting it on.
Yep, you put it on. Fits pretty snug, but it's definitely not in your color.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. Alright, once she's got that on, it's off to fix the dilithium chamber.
Okay. So, this is gonna take some time. Now, Commander Kelly, for the purposes of brevity and for the plain and simple fact that I would rather grate my face off with a cheese grater than watch you roll 3 different extended task rolls, I'm gonna pretty much set how long it's gonna take. You're choosing which one first?
The dilithium chamber.
Okay. The dilithium issue is the most complex of the 3 issues that are currently in there. This basically involves you going in with your engineer's kit into the warp assembly itself, turning it off first, because there's no reason why it needs to be on, and going in and very, very delicately over the span of, I'm going to say, let's roll challenge die. I believe it's 2, 3, over the course of about 2 days of you just in there, going first over the crystal, and then fixing the fractures in the dilithium crystal assembly. And that's for, since Klingons use a dual-chambered warp field, warp core, you have to do this for both of them, which is why it's taking 2 days. Normally, you'd have an entire engineering crew doing this, and this could be fixed in the matter of hours. But number one, you're not in a space dock, and normally you have auxiliary staff who come in and help. Number two, they're pretty badly damaged. Now, because it is just you doing it, it's taking 2 days. However, if you were to enlist somebody else in, it would take a shorter amount of time, but it would also lend a greater chance of exhaustion to more people on the crew. If you're just this is a round-the-clock effort, so this is you going in, having 2 hours of sleep, going in and fixing this just yourself, or you can split the effort among one other person.
Fuck it, let's do this.
Just you?
Yep.
Okay.
I could assist.
What's
And
your
I-
engineering score?
3.
Yeah.
I
But you're also supervising kids playing with very dangerous toys, so.
That's true.
would also say for these engineering roles, I wouldn't allow an assist with anybody lower than a 4. For their this is true engineering. This is going along. Ooh, and Woodyard's got a 4. You're not at the table, buddy. Get to the table. Hurry up.
No mercy.
Speed up, would you?
I'm literally 2 minutes away.
You better
2
speed.
minutes, 2 days.
Yep. I will be very, very nice and allow Woodyard to assist. So
I'll play with the weaponized virus.
Woodyard goes through the same rigmarole. Since you're already in there, goes through the same rigmarole with the replicator. You see, actually, Kelly. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I wish you. Trevor, are you there? I see you unmuted.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yep.
Okay, I'm here. I was like sitting here trying to log in, and you guys are talking about if you only had some help. Like, no.
How was your? No, I won't say what. Yeah, it wasn't
No,
actually a.
that wasn't what it was.
Okay, cool.
That
You
wasn't
weren't
what it
actually
was.
having a colonoscopy. Okay,
No,
great. Very
I
funny.
mean, I will tell you later if you really want to know. But it's
You
not
don't.
there.
You really don't need to tell me. That's totally fine. So, Trev, I'm not sure if you heard.
Yes, I've been listening to it since the beginning, since
Okay, cool.
you guys have been recording. It's fun. I
you-
told you, it's fun to listen to you guys. You guys are great. Great listening.
Well, that's awesome. Woodyard, you get a very hastily sent communication to come down to engineering to assist. You walk over because you need a replication suit. You walk over to the replicator, stand in front of it, and coming out of the replicator before you even give a command is a Starfleet comm badge.
Okay.
Oh, it does that. Ignore it.
I pick up the
It
comm
did.
badge.
Order Woodyard to try and track that signal when it happened.
Oh, yeah, that was an order. Did you? I guess you can do that too if you want before you come down.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm gonna take us back to the bridge. Everybody's at the bridge, right? Yeah, Ensign Woodyard, and I am truly not joking when I'm telling you this. I want to be very, very honest with you. Please give me a. This will be control engineering difficulty of 8.
Oh dear.
Can I assist?
You cannot assist.
Jesus Christ.
Control engineering. Okay, let's see if I have.
You see, Trev, you see as soon as you go into the subroutines, the ancient Klingon sort of electronic warfare subroutines, you see immediately that system is rife with programming errors. It obviously has not been upgraded. To remind everybody, the IKS Norg has a 7 score for computers, so it is not a very sophisticated system. And you see that it's having trouble even discerning that there is an incoming hail coming to that small of an object,
Okay.
to a comm badge. But you see the data stream coming in.
If you spend your determination, I can spend to give it back to you if you want.
Okay. All right. So, is the ship going to be helping?
I leave that up to you.
I would love for the ship computer to help, even though the ship's computers are,
The
Yeah, right.
computer is gonna
They're-
do its best.
They're one of the few
Not
things that aren't
great.
breached. Oh,
Yeah,
The sensors are
ship's computers
breached.
are not wonderful. But I would, I could use. They are breached. No, they're not breached.
No, that's the only thing on the ship that's not breached. They're just shit.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
Yeah, go ahead and yeah, like I said, what did I say the role was? It
You
was
said
control
8.
engineering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
control engineering.
control
So
engineering.
it could be
Difficulty of 8, please. And I am going to spend my threat to give you a comp of 2.
We getting
Um,
tales from the alternate universe?
Woodyard,
Okay.
I would recommend that you spend your determination because I can just give it back to you, no problem.
I will spend my determination.
Well,
Well,
Commander Hagen,
Uh-huh.
you are the commanding officer of this vessel.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that. Is that the.
That
Commanding
is
officer.
the XO ability.
So, what is the commanding officer ability?
Commanding officer when oh fuck. You think I would know it? Let me open my own character sheet for once. It's been a while.
For the nostalgia.
Commanding officer.
Yeah.
A spend a point of determination.
To grant any other character they can communicate with 1 point of determination. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
okay, so
Yeah. XO has a chance for the person to get it back
okay, so
if they spend it.
focus. Is sensor operations a good
No.
focus?
Nope.
Astrophysics,
Uh,
mechanics.
No.
You can spend 2 momentum to gain a focus for this session.
I can because of walking encyclopedia, correct?
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, sure. What focus would you like to designate for this?
Communications.
Communication systems. I gotta say that is not exactly what I was thinking of when I took walking encyclopedia. But I think
Okay.
that
It
it's
never
one
is.
of these things that exactly. I was thinking like, oh, I get all the knowledge on the Bahari aliens of the third planet from Titan 15. I love it.
Yeah,
But
that's-
no, I think
just-
that in this particular example, him just having to read up on Klingon communication systems in the past and remembering something would be.
Yeah,
really,
I'll
really
give you a
handy.
focus in Klingon communication system. Sure.
Okay, so I
Okay,
would.
isn't it the same sort of Burrell that Kirk captured? I remember reading about that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna spend the 2 momentum to get that, so that I can have the
Okay.
focus. And then I'm gonna spend the other 3 getting 2 extra dice.
So we're gonna do this again.
Using
The next dice. The next dice is 2. It's
And
2
then-
momentum for the next
and
dice.
then
Yeah.
and then I'm using so using focus, using determination value.
Yep.
Complication range is 2.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
And then if you
Well,
want
I
to buy
have-
another dice,
I'm going to be the stickler for the rules. Your walking encyclopedia increases the comp
Oh,
range by
you're-
1.
Oh,
yeah, thank you.
So it's 3. And
Yep.
you're right. You're right. If I'm buying an extra die and using determination, that means that I have to use
yeah, it's 2 momentum for the
5.
yeah. You would have to use 5. Yep.
5. So that's everything then, right?
Yeah.
Or
I
is
think
that
go
more
for-
than, or is that more than I can spend?
You can spend the last 2 momentum and give him a threat.
Yeah, that's possible.
I could do that. Why don't I do that then?
Okay.
Okay.
Totally
All right,
fine.
guys. It's been nice playing with you all. Please don't.
You can't blow up the ship on a comms check.
I
think.
You have
Okay.
no idea who you're
Say
messing with.
that.
I know, right?
We haven't
Okay.
seen how many ones he's gonna roll.
Right, exactly. All right, here goes.
Ooh.
Look,
Oh dear God! Re-roll that 20, please.
hold on, computers. Though I get to re-roll. I get to re-roll using my handy dandy talent,
Science officer.
technical expertise. Whenever you attempt a task assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, you may re-roll 1d20. That's going to be the 20.
Before you do that, let the ship roll.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay.
Computers.
They just rolled 1 die, and they don't have a they always have a focus.
This will actually be communications engineering
Communications engineering. Got it.
for the ship.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And wait, let me close this out and then redo it because I'm afraid that.
I've got it.
Okay. Oh, you got it. You're gonna do it.
Damn.
Okay. You wanted to use your technical expertise to reroll the 20?
I did.
Go ahead.
Gosh, that was a really horrible roll, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't. It's 2 successes. I didn't put the focus on there, so
Okay.
it would be 2
Oh,
successes.
So that's 6.
That is
Okay.
disappointing.
That's really disappointing. I'm sorry, guys.
Are there any other shenanigans we can pull?
You could spend
Yes.
a determination to re-roll those dice.
Guys,
of
come on.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
You know what? I'm good with failure because you know what? This will spur me on to be successful later on in the adventure.
What a good attitude to have. Thank you, Trev. So
Titan,
You-
like-
Curiosity.
So Titan has a value called good enough is never good enough. So when he fails at something, he's going to become obsessed with it a little bit. So just give me some time. I'm
Okay.
gonna fix this. I'm gonna get it right.
you attempt to intercept this communication, or even just to find the source of this communication. It appears, according to your Klingon system, to be sourceless.
As in,
Sourceless. It's not coming from anywhere. It's spontaneous. The computer cannot make heads or tails of it.
okay, this is a mystery to be solved. And
Indeed.
Woodyard is on the case.
And about this time is when you get a ping from from Commander Kelly.
Hey, Woodyard, you're vaguely competent with machinery.
Oh,
Oh, that's high praise from her.
I'll be like, why, yes, I am, Lieutenant. How can I help you?
Get down here and give
Lieutenant
me a
Commander.
hand. This
I'll be right down.
Reese, is there
You know.
something you wanted to add?
and
Ma'am.
I do a little bit of a fist pump, and then I get my stuff and I go heading down.
you pass Mitchell on the way out, and Mitchell walks back onto the bridge and says, "What's with the new guy?" And with that, I'm gonna take a momentum that you don't have and and go back down to engineering. Trev, you see, rather Titan, Ensign Woodyard, you see as you stand in front of the replicator, another comm badge comes out.
This is strange. Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Commander?
Excuse me, Lieutenant Commander. I just want to let you know there's a comm badge.
Oh yeah, it does that. Just set it aside and get your hazmat suit. We'll deal with that later.
And you see Ensign Woodyard on the ground. You almost step on another Starfleet comm badge.
Okay. As I start to get on my badge, go. Excuse me, Lieutenant Commander. Why does it just do that?
Don't know. Don't get them mixed up.
Got it. All right. Start putting on another leg. Okay, it's just that. Excuse me here. Just bear with me. It's just that it seems like this might be a fundamental problem that needs to be taken care of. Correct?
You see replicating out of the replicator again is another Starfleet comm badge.
Woodyard?
Aye, Commander. You
Eye
got
contact, please. Eye contact.
it. Yes.
Whatever this problem is, it is not more important than the dilithium chamber being ready to shatter, our warp nacelles being non-functional, and our hull being held together by gaffer tape and my fervent hopes and dreams.
You might have a point, Commander. I'll get right on that.
Good boy.
Yeah. And with that, Ensign, you put on your hazmat suit and get to work. For both of you, I'm going to require a fitness medicine roll. Please give me that difficulty of 2 to start.
Ooh, I'm terrible at this.
I don't think you could be any worse than me, but let's see. Let's find out. I just blew all of our momentum, so this is good.
You know what, GM? Have a threat.
Cool.
We're going in dry, folks. Okay.
Oh, you tried.
All right, fitness medicine. Here we go.
Meanwhile, up on the bridge, Hagen just wondering.
I wonder how Sunny's doing. We haven't. It's been 4 months.
I'm actually going to add a one threat too.
Cool. So that's a fail for Sersha.
Roll any of that.
And a success for Woodyard.
Okay.
Sersha. Let's see. You take in your injuries column, please put exhaustion with a 1 next to it.
Yay!
After 22 hours straight of working inside of a cramped dilithium chamber, your back aches, your neck is just so bad. You stopped to, you're hypoglycemic. You've been out of snacks for a day now.
Oh, like hell, she's got a replicator.
Sorry. You wanted to try to replicate some snacks? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. She's going to.
I don't like the way he said that.
She's got a tricorder on her, right?
Yeah.
That should have records of basic food items, which she will upload to the Klingon replicator.
Give me a piece of canon that says that tricorders have replicator stuff on them.
They know what they're looking at. They can scan like beef stew and say, "Oh, that's beef stew," and break down its chemical composition.
Okay, but do you have candy with you to get that? Or
No, but I have a tricorder.
But
I want you to look me in the eye and tell me that Klingons did not invent sweets in 5,000 years. 5,000 years of Klingon.
Hey, man.
They didn't invent one sweet thing.
Hey, man. I told you today I'm gonna be mean. Kelly, what do you say to the replicator to replicate?
She's gonna start with a sugar cookie, because that is a very, very simple chemical structure.
Roll a D100 for me.
I will do that as soon as I have finished scrubbing this pot.
I will do it for you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Actually, no. Kyle, can you do it for me?
No.
Yeah. You see that it works for a while, and out comes a very overbaked, very under-sugarized, hard as like something that's hard. I can't think, but it's very hard. It's very brittle. But that is a Klingon sugar cookie.
Outstanding. Replicator, Rectigino.
That's in there.
Awesome. She's gonna break the cookie apart and soak it in the fucking Rectigino.
You see that you have to hold it in there for a pretty long time for it to absorb anything, but it does it.
To work on your sugar, you could do Rectigino 3 times extra sweet.
I could do
That
that.
increases your sugar.
That's sugar and caffeine. And so she'll probably try that after the sugar cookie experiment came out as a resounding eh.
Prune juice. Because as we all know, all Klingon ships have access to prune juice.
Okay, but Sersha has a job to do. She can't repair shit from the ship's head, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you find ordering the triple Rectigino, triple sweet, with caffeine in it, settles the urge. You miss the chewy gumminess of gummy bears and the chocolatey sweetness of Kit Kats, but this satisfies you. What the fuck was that?
Okay, y'all heard that
no
too.
idea.
Heard what?
Was that me? It can't have been me.
Not important.
Okay, sorry. It was just like I thought like a spaceship was taking off outside my window or something.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sorry.
Oh, it might have been me. I'm playing with the tape measure.
No, it was a whoosh.
It sounded like a mic issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get through the shift. You and
Goodbye, friend. Who'd we lose? Oh,
Titan.
of course.
damn it.
Titan's
Welcome back.
Hi.
Question mark? Are you
Sorry.
back?
I'm
I
not
hear
sure. Anytime I magically leave without saying bye, just assume that it's an accident or some kind of crazy
Oh.
thing happened.
Okay.
Sorry, I was listening on my phone, and I just hadn't switched over to my computer.
Oh, okay.
So
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, you and
That's all
Tre-
good. We'll just like hold that against you forever.
Yeah, for sure. Ensign Woodyard, Commander Kelly, you guys get done with your shift. What is everybody else on the ship doing? And by everybody else, I mean Hagen and Reese. What are you guys doing during this 24-hour period?
If
Um,
Reese is allowed, she'll work on the weapon systems. That's
Uh,
one thing she should be capable of somewhat fixing.
Let's see. Yeah, you. What exactly are you trying to do with the weapon system? Because you're not able to repair breaches. Remember,
Oh.
but
Muting for a moment.
Yeah, if I can't repair
Um,
breaches, then
yeah, you look at the weapon system. They appear to be functioning pretty well. You had to sort of get because they were hit during the battle. You needed to go into the system. It took maybe 5 minutes for you to re-enable them. Basically just kicking against the against the bulkhead, going in, fixing the power taps, turn it off and on again, and it was good. You see from your console that you have full disruptor control, and you see that you have a small supply of normal torpedoes.
yeah, torpedoes. Okay. Alright, in that case,
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to Hagen. Not controls.
Okay.
The seed.
Is it? This is so shenanigan-y. I know you're gonna say no.
Oh.
Is it theoretically possible
Yeah.
to use a replicator
Okay.
to make the parts for an industrial replicator?
An industrial replicator is the size of a large building.
Yes, it would be
Um,
very slow.
It would take. You have currently access to one replicator.
Mhm.
It would take months,
Okay.
but yeah, you could do it.
I mean, the captain's fine. It's like a little mini vacay.
Yeah. I think I am going to work with Raquel. Although he's not actually here, I'm gonna
Yep.
try and get that Intel console unlocked.
Okay. Yeah. We will come back to that. I think closer, further in the session. Okay. The next repairs. What are you guys doing? I guess I should ask. What is the order? Is Woodyard and Kelly both going to just go right into the next repair? Or are you guys gonna take a day off to rest? What are you doing?
She is going to contact Kestra.
Hagen definitely tells her to take a day.
That's what she was gonna ask.
Hey, Kelly, sleep, please. Well, 24 hours if you can do it.
Kestra, I am going to follow that order without any hesitation.
Oh, dear.
Cherish this moment. It won't happen again.
Woodyard, Kelly, do you guys both take a day and rest?
Yep.
Woodyard is going to see if he can track down the source of that communication. It's just a theoretical idea that something could be coming from nowhere. I don't have to do any rolls or
You've
anything
only
like
been
that, but
working in engineering for 21 hours straight after the breakout, so you know you're probably lively.
Perky.
You're tired. You're just not going. Basically, with the exhaustion injury that I gave Kelly, it's basically like an exhaustion injury in D&D. It's gonna make rolls more difficult. You're not at that point yet, but you could use sleep.
Okay. When he starts falling asleep at the console, he's just gonna go ahead and roll on over it to the bunk.
Okay. For everybody's information, this door here leads to barracks. Is there a barracks tile? I don't think there is.
But...
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think you're lying. Oh, there is a security barracks tile, but whatever.
Go fuck yourself.
So that is day 1 elapsed, and then
You take care of that Klingon's body at some point.
Klingon. Wait, what?
The Klingon.
Yeah, the guy who died in the engineering bay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's still there.
That Saoirse is going to have a talk with a therapist about later.
Yeah, for sure.
We definitely get him and kind of give him a space burial.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
And he'll burn up at the planet we're currently sitting at. Bye.
Yeah.
He'll burn him in it. How else would a Klingon want to go out other than in fire and violence?
Oh, you think he's in Stovacor? You have another thing coming.
Probably not. But
Nope. No, sorry.
He did die during a fight.
Yeah.
At his
Fighting
post,
fire is not a
presumably.
firefight.
Yeah, so day 2, Kelly, you've elected to take a full day of rest. Woodyard, you wake up at, I'm assuming 6:30 in the morning. Double espresso. And Woodyard, do you take the day to do any repairs of the two left that I have called out?
I go to as bright and as early as possible, and I walk up to Kelly, and into what you're duty.
So you walk into Kelly's quarters.
No.
Kelly is dead asleep. You say, "Top of the morning, reporting for duty," and Kelly, you wake up.
Kelly rolls over, reaches up, grabs his shirt, twists, yanks him down to her level, and says, "Go the fuck away." And then just lets go and rolls back over.
Aye, Commander. And I turn around and walk away. I have to say, I thought that would lead to something funny, but I did not intend to do that. I meant to go down to engineering.
It led to something funny.
I thought it was hilarious. And perfect.
Woodyard speaks, funny happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
yes.
turns around and goes to engineering. And I'm sorry, could you tell me the open solutions, that's open problems still?
Yeah, so I'll paste those again.
With the dilithium chamber, did we fix it?
The dilithium chamber is fixed.
Okay, does that mean that we have power?
Main power is restored to most of the ship, yes.
Okay,
The very low decks of the ship are still not being powered to their fullest potential because of the warp drive coils being so misaligned and being damaged.
Well, hey, one problem at a time, but at least we have main power.
Okay. Woodyard, you head down to engineering. What would you like to do?
Well, let me take a look. Did you tell me what the?
Yep, there. I posted them.
Oh, I see. I got it. Here we go. Let's start working on the warp drive coils.
Okay.
Because I think I might have. Hold on, I want to look at my. I forget. I mean, I think I'm probably more Well, no. Let's do the secondary hull. That's more important. But
Okay.
I think I should leave that to. Yeah, I'll leave the warp coils to Kelly.
So the secondary hull mission, it's not very complicated. Basically, you're going in and putting in patches. The thing is, the entire secondary hull is fractured, which means that you're going deck by deck and fixing these hull breaches. This is it. This, just by doing it by yourself, is a. I'm gonna say it is a 5-day affair if it's just by yourself.
Whoa.
However,
Yeah.
if Kelly were to join you again after this day of rest, it would go down to 2 days. So once Kelly joins you again, you take this first full day of doing it by yourself, and then with Kelly, it takes an additional 2 days of you guys again working around the clock to get these
Cool.
hull beaches fixed.
What about Reese and Mitchell? Are they around? And can they help?
They
Is this-
are around, yeah, for sure.
Mitchell
this,
sounds
um,
like because she has
engineering?
actually nothing to do right now.
I was gonna say, is this engineering requirements? Because I don't know if it's just just weld this whole hull shut or weld this line or
Well,
whatever it is.
So one of us, Reese or Mitchell, should remain on the bridge at any given point,
Oh, sure.
monitoring, scanning, all that. But the other one can definitely find holes in the hull, even if we can't repair them. It would definitely speed up the process of hunting stuff.
I will say with a third person, like Kyle just mentioned, having Reese come down and be like, "Oh, there's a hole here. Let's mark it." I would shave that down an additional day, so it will be 1 full day of Woodyard working alone, and then with Kelly coming in, and by alone I mean with Reese calling out holes, and then with Kelly coming in, it would take an additional day. So it would do 2 days full round the clock for repairs, and that's with Reese too going full around the clock. So what I'm trying to get with these repairs is it's possible to do them quickly, but if the more people that are involved in around the clock effort, the more exhaustion is going to take place, and the more consecutive days that you're doing these things, the higher difficulty the fitness medicine role is going to be.
Mhm.
So is that the plan that we're going to go with?
Yes.
Sorry, 1 day with Titan alone, and
With
then I guess
with Woodyard and Reese. With Woodyard
yes,
and Reese.
we're gonna Reese together, and
Mhm.
then the next day with Kelly,
Yeah.
Titan, and Mitchell or Reese.
With Reese. Yep. That would be the way we would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ensign Woodyard. I will say. Let's see here. I don't believe I had you. Yeah. So this is because you're taking days to do this. It's going to be possible no matter what. You work for a full day. Ensign Woodyard, you envision yourself at the start of this day after waking up Kelly. You envision yourself with a yellow uniform on. Your brain goes to work remembering all of the engineering manuals that you read, looking back on your eidetic memory, remembering these things, and you put an action plan in. You meet with Reese. Reese and Woodyard, I'll say you guys come up with a pretty standardized way of going from bottom to the top. And yeah, so Woodyard, Reese, go ahead and give me fitness medicine. Again, that'll be difficulty, I'll say difficulty 2 for Reese, difficulty 3 for Woodyard.
I'll use 1 threat to get an extra die.
Okay.
This is a new mission with first roll of a lower decker.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will be giving her a new talent.
Oh.
This is a fitness roll, so it doesn't apply to teamwork. I'm gonna give you 1 for threat.
Well, I just found out I'm going to see a movie tomorrow, so that's going to be fun.
That is 2 failures.
Oh.
So many holes.
Woodyard, go ahead. You guys are both working around the clock. Again, you guys take very little time to eat, very little time to sit down. You guys are walking around this relatively large space, finding holes in the wall. It gets repetitive, it gets boring, it's necessary, but it's taking so long. Both of you get exhausted, exhaustion 1 in your injuries. Commander Kelly, you come to on day 3. And you see Woodyard and Reese sort of have just woken up from a 2-hour sort of mini nap. They're sort of, yeah, we'll drag both of you guys in there. You see that their eyes are sunken in their face.
Sitting on the floor, back to back, leaning on each other.
Yeah. Kelly, go ahead and remove the exhaustion 1 from your sheet.
Got it?
So you walk up pretty bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and see these 2 very exhausted people sitting in front of you.
She's just gonna grab a blanket, toss it over them. Don't
Which
get some rest. That's an order.
implies hilarity. We're sitting back to back, so throwing a blanket on top of us just covers our heads.
It's all the same. So many holes to fill. I can't look at it anymore.
Woodyard, go to bed.
Okay.
So,
I'll take it from here.
Commander.
Go to bed.
Aye, Commander. He stands up and he does a really weak salute and just starts walking back to his quarters.
you walk into a wall first because the blanket is still on your head.
I pull the blanket off him, point him to the door, and just giggle. So many holes. He doesn't even hear what he says.
Now I'm
That
gonna
goes
be.
for you too, Reese. That was low-hanging fruit even for you.
Fair.
Now, Kelly, I'm gonna make sure you understand. It is going to take more time if it is just you. So.
Yep. However, with the 2 of them being down for the count, this decreases the likelihood of something going wrong, and what Saoirse is going to do is pace herself.
So you're gonna intentionally go slower to not cause the exhaustion.
She is going to do a day's work,
Mhm.
and then she's going to rest, and then everyone can get back together and work together.
Okay, so with that in mind, it will take another 3 days in total with that.
Yeah,
Kelly,
but this
work-
time,
yeah.
but with everyone working together, not exhausted.
Okay.
I think that's the better plan here.
Okay, so all right, that works. So if you guys are working at a normal pace, it's gonna take that longer. It's gonna take a total of a week.
Saoirse is going to work a normal pace for this day while Reese and Woodyard are resting.
Okay. And then when they come back, you'll work quicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, when they come back, Saoirse will have rested from her normal day of work, and then we can all just fucking go ham on the repairs.
Okay. I will say day 4. So this was day 3. Day 3 is that. Day 4 is
I'll be back.
they're done. So it's day 5 then. That's your big work day.
Yep.
So
We'll hammer out all the
Because-
repairs, day 5.
no, just the hull. You still have the one other repair that you got to do too, the drive coils.
Yep.
So after 5 days, you now have your engineering, the hull fixed and the dilithium crystals fixed. I will say that the warp drive coils are going to take not that long. Not a lot of them are damaged, but it's precise work. So I would require only people with 4 or higher with engineering would be able to assist in any means. If
So
it's
Gonna be me and Woodyard.
okay, same deal with this. So you guys working at normal pace, not going with exhaustion, and sleeping a normal amount, all that good stuff.
This is the last thing we've got to do. Let's fucking push through it.
Okay. So day 6 elapses. Please go ahead and both of you roll. Woodyard, get rid of exhausted 1 for me. Now both of you at the end of day 6 roll fitness medicine. Difficulty, I'll say, of 3.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, have a threat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You as well, Trev?
Yeah. I'm gonna do 2. I rolled really badly last time, so I'm kind of PTSD'd. I'm gonna take 2.
Two.
Give you 3 threat, and I'll take 2 extra dice.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your dice, Trev. All right. So
Dear God.
You're all getting remedial PT.
It's just horrible. I don't know.
How
Yeah.
is that even possible? What the
the dice gods are being really mean. I don't know why.
Wow. Yeah.
Look,
So
this
you
is
guys are
just the karmic scales balancing.
Didn't you? I was listening in, but didn't you speak about how kindly the dice were faring for us?
Like I said,
The dice are
karmic
fair.
scales are balancing.
So day 7 comes after 2 hours of sleep. You guys both have exhaustion 1. I will say 1 full day of full work means that it's done. However, you risk further exhaustion, or you could take the day to rest.
can we give you threat in order to create an advantage?
What would
Does
your
it have
advantage
to
be?
They keep exhausting themselves. I would like Kestra to give them some tips and tricks on how to work without, recognize the signs of exhaustion and recognize when you need to stop. But allow them to get all the way up to that point without going over it. So like a reroll, basically, is what I'm trying to create.
I will say that the way that they don't have to roll, I won't accept that on the basis that they know what they can handle, and it's them doing it at a normal pace.
Gotcha.
Unless you had any other ideas, they can still push through with their exhausted 1 trait. It's going to increase the difficulty of their next fitness medicine roll, or they can rest for the day.
Can I... Okay, this is gonna sound really bad.
Mhm.
Can I
Say it.
provide them with some kind of chemical stimulant to stave off the effects of the exhaustion?
You can absolutely give them chemical stimulant. Under no circumstances will it get rid of their exhaustion. They're getting rid of their
Not get rid of it. I'm not asking to get rid of it. They will still feel the full effects of it after it is done. But for the work that they are doing, it will allow them to get through the work.
I will allow that. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to do 2 decently difficult medicine tests in order to create that advantage.
Can I know what the rolls would be before I make that decision?
Due to the nature that this goes against everything that Starfleet sort of has for the philosophy of work, it's going to be daring medicine, and it's going to be difficulty 2, comp 2, due to their exhausted state, for each of them.
Could I?
And it will give you a rep ding, because that's unethical.
Yeah, it is unethical.
It's possible, but it goes, again, it's not only unethical, it may be illegal.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Oh, but I have the perfect sentence to type into the log. Can we do the drugs?
Yeah, that's. You're right. That was my last idea.
I'm not trying to dissuade you from doing it.
Well,
The
too
only
bad,
thing I
you've
would
already done it.
the only thing I will say is it would Kestra honestly think to do that?
I believe that she would, because there is a part of her that is very pragmatic and very, like there is a job that needs to get done, and the fate of the Federation is riding on it. Because if we're attacked from two sides, that's it. Game over. We're done. So I believe she does consider it for a second, and then chooses not to.
Okay. So then our engineers, it stands either work through the exhaustion and risk further exhaustion, or rest for the day. What's it going to be? Because this day, no matter what, is going to be day 7 of the repairs.
If we push through the exhaustion, will we be fucking done with the repairs?
You will be done with the repairs. The difficulty of the roll for the fitness medicine will stay the same. It will be 3. However, the complication range will go up significantly. To comp
Woodyard?
3.
I say we fucking do it.
I think I can help. I think I can do it. Let's do it.
Alright, let's fucking go!
All right. And Kelly push through.
GM, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna give you another threat.
Okay. So again, this is my fitness medicine, diff 3, comp 3.
Oh, Jesus criminy.
And if you fail this, you get another level of exhaustion that will take 2 consecutive days of full rest to get rid of. I am withholding what's going to happen if you complicate, because that's fun for me to do.
Hey. Here we go! Oh, shit!
Oh. Anthony Woodyard, your go?
I have to give you one threat, so I have to in order to even have a chance of succeeding. So
Okay.
You could
Just
roll
one
2
threat?
once.
you know what? Let's go for the 2. Let's give 3. 3 total threat.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
You 2 are my favorite.
Oh boy. We both complicated this.
So those are
GM.
2 critical failures.
Okay,
Maybe,
so
hey, maybe use your determinations to not die.
I don't think we're gonna die.
I don't think we're. I think we're gonna make the repairs.
But Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Other Kyle, GM Kyle?
That's never been a Kyle.
Well, God damn it. Who's
My
the
name
other
is
Kyle?
Tyler.
Tyler!
It's
What
even
the
written
hell?
in the bottom right of your screen.
My most profound
Left.
apologies. I don't know how I did that.
That's fine.
But Tyler,
Tyler
you don't
will
get to
remember
bitch
that.
about our rolls ever again.
No, you're right. I won't. It's fine.
Little Walking Dead pop up. Tyler will remember this.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good reference. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just go to the bridge. You're not here,
I'm here.
and you're not here. Mitchell's at their post. Hagen, it's getting to the end of the day, and you haven't heard from your 2 engineers at all.
I swear, I'm going to walk down there. They're both going to be dead. This is bridge to Lieutenant Commander Kelly. Are you there?
You hear no response.
Bridge to Ensign Woodyard.
No response.
Computer, what are the current locations of Commander Kelly and Ensign Woodyard?
Uh,
I say in Klingon.
Yeah, you don't have to say it in Klingon. The computer responds to you and says that they are in fusion reactor junction 4F.
Is fusion reactor junction 4F on?
Fusion reactor 4F is down for maintenance.
Okay, good. I'm gonna Mitchell, you have the con, and I'm gonna go down to fusion reaction junction 4F.
Okay. Nope, not that one. The other one.
That's the same one.
Gross.
Sorry
Noted.
about that.
Just kidding. You no, go away. You walk down to the this door says junction 4F on it in Klingon. You walk through. You see unconscious on top of the function reactor. Wow, the fusion reactor manifold. Woodyard and Kelly are just unconscious on the floor.
I go over and take out my tricorder and start scanning.
Yeah, give me insight medicine difficulty of 2.
Fuck me, I don't have emergency medicine for a focus.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a threat for a dice.
Okay.
Really?
They are both in a deep state of deep sleep. You see that their synaptic functions have slowly started to break down from exhaustion. Both Kelly and Woodyard, please mark that's a big word for you to spell. Exhaustion plus 2 next
That's
to
a
it.
big word for Elmo.
I was gonna say exacerbated exhaustion, but I don't even really know how I would spell that.
EXASPERATED.
Oh, there's an H in it. I checked.
No, there isn't.
I
'cause
believe
I had
also
it written 3 times from the
EXC.
last.
Yeah. So
Um,
Kelly and Woodyard, you guys both have exhaustion plus with 2 next to it. In your injuries.
go get a. Do they have a graveless stretcher anywhere on this ship? They have
Not
to have
anywhere. Not anywhere that
Okay.
you can see. There would be in sickbay.
Right.
Can I do a funny?
Are there any right after this question? Are there is this area radioactive currently?
Your tricorder shows that the fusion reactor below is offline, and yeah, there's nothing that would be causing any radioactivity here.
Okay. And proceed with the funny.
As you're scanning Kelly, she just like lifts one arm and just like pokes Kestra in the chest with each word, and she goes, "The hallway is not irradiated," and then goes limp.
Okay. I'm gonna try and drag these two to sickbay, or what passes for a sickbay on a Klingon ship.
Yeah, for the purposes of brevity, you bring them to sickbay. They will require not. They just need to lay down on a bed for a good couple of days, and not do anything. They need to be hooked up to like IV feeders. You see that they're covered in. What's up?
I do several drugs to remove lactic acid buildup. I do a synaptic restoration. The device that they always hook to your head on the next generation that helps repair synapses. Put that on their heads. I dose them with painkillers and sedatives, and I'm gonna let them sleep. And I'm gonna put restraints on Kelly.
Okay. Pinky. I.
No.
You move that. No. You. I'm taking a
Completely
moment.
not as far away from that as you
No.
can possibly get.
Not kinky, medical. I'm going to take a momentum too as we are changing scenes. Commander Hagen, after
Only momentum we've got. Come on
Yep.
now.
I'm so sorry. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? You should see that you're in the war room. You walk in after spending a couple of hours in sickbay. It's by this time I would say it's about 10:30. Off the war room is sort of where you've set up your quarters. Like you've put a couple of like auxiliary Klingon uniforms down as like some bedding.
Literally, I took 2 crates and set them up, and it was with like some kind of pelt that was in the storage bay.
Yeah,
Honestly, way more comfortable than the bed in the room.
for sure. Give me just one moment here.
Bed, not bed, berth. That is not a bed. It's a berth.
Well, congratulations. What are you naming it?
Wrong berth.
A weird name.
Apologies.
Iceland.
You walk in just after having a really bad day. Lieutenant Mitchell is walking in with you.
Oh.
I have the con. Wah!
Power is mine.
I'm back.
Sarah looks at
Sorry, I'm done.
Sarah looks at you and says, "Are they going to be okay?"
Yes, they're going to be fine, although I am going to have a conversation with them about recognizing the signs of exhaustion. Good news is they fixed everything, so hey, at
That's
least
good.
the ship's not going to explode.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm trying to separate the rank from us, but do you know where we're going to go next? It's not like
Going
we
to
can
get
stay
a
here
captain.
forever.
That is... Firstly, we need to get our captain. Secondly, we need to get our ship. I need to figure out how we're going to do that.
Well,
But I will figure it out.
well, I have a couple more hours on my duty shift on the bridge. If you want to talk afterwards, I'm around.
Kesha puts a hand on her shoulder and kisses her cheek and is just like,
And I'm sorry that I haven't been
Yeah,
close.
Don't apologize. We're in a terrible situation, and you're doing the best that you possibly can. I can't expect you to. It's a lot.
Whether or not you expect it, you are important, and I'm sorry, even if there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay. Well, I'll meet you in your quarters tonight. I don't really feel like sleeping alone.
Understood. Neither do I. I'll be there in a bit.
Lieutenant Mitchell walks out into the bridge. You begin walking into the war room, looking to see what. Actually, you're going to be right here. Looking to see what progress has been made on the intelligence network. You walk in, sort of looking at a pad, looking at some medical test results from Woodyard's last synaptic scan. And you look up, and you see in front of you
Oh. Hello.
Captain Sloan. Ah, Commander. I'm glad that you could finally join
You
me.
have 5 seconds to explain who you are before I flay you. With my mind.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Because I'm here to help. Regardless of what you may think, I am actually here to help. He stands up. You see that he's currently situated in his captain's uniform. You see his hands are down at his side, and he moves his right arm up. You see a holographic display.
Does he have a weapon on him?
Make a insight security check. Difficulty of... I'll say difficulty 2.
I don't have a single focus for this. Alright. Hey!
You see that he does not have a phaser or anything on him. However, as he holds up his arm, you see a holographic display echoes from his wrist. That kind of throws up alarm bells in your security training brain. You see he begins typing on some sort of floating LCAR display, and you see his uniform shimmer for a moment and change. It is now a fully black suit, basically. Black, sort of patterned uniform top with a small black comm badge, long black pants, black shoes, and you see his face actually shimmers as well, going from sort of a nice sort of pink, pinkish, Caucasian face to more of a sullen, more pale version of the same face. Just to remove any lasting hints of deception. I am as you see me. I'm not armed. I'm not here to do anything bad to you.
And why are you here, Captain?
I think we can leave rank behind for a moment, Castro. I am not a captain, nor would I ever want to be a captain, frankly. It seems, from watching you for this past week, it's been rather stressful.
How long have you been on the ship?
For the past 10 minutes?
Where's
I
yours?
think. Where's my ship? I don't really have a ship right now.
Just pure confusion. Can I, scan his surface thoughts to see what the fuck he's talking about?
If you didn't know any better, you were looking at a rock. No surface thoughts of any kind. Nothing. You're not even picking up telepathically that you're looking at anything sentient, much less a human standing in front of you.
Interesting.
I see that your reputation precedes you, Kestra. I know that you are a famously gifted telepath. I'm sure your father back on Earth is rather happy. He's an admiral, right?
Yes, in charge of the Beta Z sector.
Right, the Beta Z sector. Well, I'm glad that we have such learned leadership there. From what I gather, they may be coming into some trouble in the next month or two.
Can I just make an actual insight check? Not telepathic, just trying to read this guy. What the fuck was that about?
You are so confused and I'm loving it. Yeah, give me You're trying to do like an actual insight check, no telepathy.
Right, I'm just trying to read this guy. Like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be insight con.
Oh, goody.
Difficulty. I'll say that this is a. No, I won't oppose it. Give me just difficulty 1.
All right. Hey.
You sense from Sloan that this is a very practiced routine for him. He for sure is trying to be as confusing as possible. He's trying to throw you off balance, off kilter. And from the small smirk that sits on his face, he thinks it's working.
Okay. And I set my pad down on the table that's between us. And I kind of put my hands on the table. I look down for a second and just take a breath in, breath out. All right. So, allow me to be clear, Mr. Sloan. I have had the worst 2 weeks of my entire life that turned out to be 4 months that I missed, during which the nation that I serve finds itself at war with an enemy that is technologically and numerically superior to us, and from all accounts, we are losing. I then find out that a man that I trusted, who was a good man, has been co-opted by that enemy, and they have taken over the station at which I was stationed. They have captured my captain, they have captured my ship, they have captured one of the officers under my command. I currently have 5 people on this vessel, not including yourself, a bird of prey that is 60 years out of date, and no help incoming. So, if you have something to help me, I would greatly appreciate you just come out with it.
It's very refreshing to hear somebody in your position be completely and totally honest when, in my line of work, honesty is something to be avoided. Let me be completely frank with you. My name is not Sloan, however, you may continue to call me Sloan, because I have no intention of giving you my name. If I even had a name to give, which is subject to a lot of conjecture by a lot of people. Anyways, you see he taps a button on his holographic display, and the Klingon intelligence framework fully unlocks. The display changes from Klingon to a display that you have never seen before. Instead of LCARs, it's appears to be a floating holographic display that seems to be emanating from this wrist device that Sloan has. And he taps a couple of buttons. He starts to walk towards your side. Kestra, I assure you, while I am a unknown, mysterious man who just happened to be in your war room, I am on your side. I empathize with you, and the organization that I represent empathizes with you as well. That's why I'm here. I'm here to give you an advantage that you will need. And I'm also here to say that you've lost people and I've lost people in this horrible series of events over these past couple of weeks. And to that end, by the way, if you're hoping to access the Klingon intelligence framework, it's going to be useless for you, but it's nice to look at. I do have, though, a lead for you on your beloved captain. Edwards, I believe his name is, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lead.
The organization that I represent, Section 31.
Can I feel like having both parents be fairly high up in the Federation.
Yeah.
She's read the Federation Charter. She read it in school. She read it at home. Can I make some kind of roll to know what Section 31 is? Because that is part of the Federation Charter.
Yeah. I'll give you that for free. You know about the Federation Charter. And I will also, due to your close proximity with intelligence, through Commander Kelly, you've heard whispers of Section 31. Not talked about at all. A lot of people think it's a myth. A lot of people think that it's just some people are undecided between a rogue faction of Starfleet intelligence or a completely separate entity that doesn't answer to anybody but looks out for the Federation's best interests. Some people don't think that it's real at all, and you do know of one other event where the name Sloan has come up. It was of yeah.
You were the one. Deep Space Nine, the one who got caught. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, you're good.
I am pretty good, aren't I? Well, it's me and it's not important right now. Anyways, I am going to give you one piece of information and then I'm going to leave. If that's okay with you.
Don't suppose I could stop you if I wanted to.
That's I mean, you could take that phaser off of your belt, you could pull it out, you could shoot me in the chest, vaporize me. I'm a man, just like you are I'm a humanoid, just like you. I can be killed.
But you know I wouldn't.
See, that's where you get yourself into trouble. Because I know that you know that I know that you would never do anything like that. But you don't know that about me.
And you must also know that if anyone or anything threatens my crew, I will do what is necessary to defend them.
Certainly. Do you want my piece of help or not?
I gesture to the table.
You see,
As if to say, like, the floor's yours.
he reaches towards your data pad, wipes the data off of it, holds it up, holds his right hand up, kind of like how a waiter holds up a tray over their shoulder. You see their hologram, Sloan's hologram device encompasses the data pad. You see it reprogram itself, and he throws it across the war room table, and a holographic image that's very familiar to you pops up.
And what image would that be?
Of your beloved captain, Captain Nicholas Edwards. Incoming. Kyle, I'm gonna have something for you to read.
Okay.
You see Captain Edwards is sitting in his ship and looking towards kind of like the camera that you use to make announcements with, in front of, like for the crew of a ship.
Right.
I'm gonna just proofread this to make sure I didn't. Okay. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, give me a second.
If you could read that. Before you do, actually, Kyle.
Okay.
Give me a what's up?
Oh no, I'm just reading it, so I don't
Oh.
fuck it up when I read it.
Okay, cool. Pestra, give me an insight medicine check. Difficulty of 1 on Edwards.
Emergency medicine work, or
No, this is more diagnostic, just like looking at someone. I would say no focus for this, but just difficulty 1. Sure. Yeah, roll 2 19s in a roll, jeez. Edwards looks like he hasn't slept in a while. His eyes are sunken in. His face looks gaunt. He's pale. God damn it, Jack. Um, his face is gaunt. Eyes sunken in. You see his green eye is sort of. You see sort of latent bruising around one eye. You see his face has just lost some of the weight to it. He just looks more frail. If there's a word to it. Yeah, Kyle, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Attention, Guan Yu. This is Captain Edwards. This has been a tough few days. Yes, Admiral Yannick is barely hanging on in stasis, and yes, Commander Hagen was the last one seen with him, and all evidence indicating she was the assailant. The evidence also points to Lieutenant Commander Kelly, Lieutenant Mitchell, and Ensign Woodyard and Reese joining her in the escape. I'm sure you're all thinking the same thing if this is the first time you're hearing this. This is not our doctor. And you'd be right. During the investigation into the assault, we began to suspect that, while on our last mission, Commander Hagen was attacked and overwhelmed by psychic entities known as the Varrock. I, as well as Starfleet, believe that she is not in control of her actions, and likely coerced or subverted our wayward crewmates. Due to the emergent nature of these events and the threat to our position in the Shackleton, Starfleet has tasked us with apprehending our people and investigating the cause of these disturbances. To that end, we are setting course for the Varrock prison planet Vanguard in a hope of apprehending Commander Hagen and stopping any potential Varrock incursions into our space. I know you're all concerned, but I wouldn't trust this matter to any other crew. Help me bring our family home.
I'm going to kill him.
Whoa. You see
I'm going to tear out his throat with my teeth.
No. He gets kind of close to you, Sloan does. Now, you have a destination. I have on good authority that they left a couple of days ago, so they have a head start. Now, here's my plan. I have worked every connection that I possibly can within Starfleet. They will be meeting me on Deep Space Fortitude. We will be assisting in freeing the station. And by whatever means necessary, getting rid of whatever Dominion presence is there. Now, I need you to go after the Guan Yu. You know where they're going. I'm not sure what they're going to do once they get there, but knowing the fact that Deus is behind it in some way, it's not going to be good. I can't give you orders because I'm not a member of Starfleet, but if
I understand.
I would highly recommend going after them immediately. And I know for a fact that your ship, while it may be beat up and old, still has a cloaking device and still is a Klingon ship with some teeth left in its jaw.
We'll be going after the Guan Yu. I have a question for you.
I probably won't have an answer, but go ahead and ask.
The Mai that we rescued. Sunny,
Yeah.
I assume you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is she alright?
He is being looked after.
That is not what I asked you.
That's the answer that I'll be giving you. Is she safe? Yes. Is she in danger? Potentially.
I don't understand what the Dominion thinks can be accomplished this way.
Don't look look at this as the Dominion. Look at this as one Vorta that has been royally embarrassed by you guys.
The Founder. That's what he's after.
The Founder. And with that, he goes to his holographic display, types a button, and you see a unknown, a teleporter, transporter sort of signature. You know how different polities have their own sort of signature to it? One that's completely unknown to you very quickly dematerializes Sloan, and he is gone.
This is Hagen to Sarah.
Yeah.
Set a course for the Varonk prison world. Maximum warp.
Yes, sir. And you hear the ship. You hear the ship power come back online. And you go to warp. And with that, we're going to take a break because my mouth is dry. Let's call it a 10 to 15 minute-ish break.
10
Okay.
it is. My nipples could cut glass right now.
We will return shortly.
I don't even know what to say.
I have no
I'm going to read
words.
that speech every night before I go to bed.
Yeah, when Hagen gets her hands on Deus. Ooh, this is the worst kind of violation.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Especially
I'm
for
going
a Beta Z. Jeez.
I'm going to actually step away because I'm going to go to the corner store real quick and get a Coke. So I'll be right back. 10 minutes!
Everything makes more sense now. Deus is off script.
Yes. Like, I was like, there's no way a founder got subsumed by a Varonk, and the rest of the founders went, let's go find them.
To be fair, the founders don't know that's what happened.
Well, they have Edwards now, so...
True, if they got that out of Edwards, yeah.
Oh, and Yannick's alive.
That's good news.
So I can kill him again.
Hey, I didn't kill him the first time. I just stunned him. I very specifically said non-lethal damage.
I am going to non-lethally microwave your brain.
I feel like when she does it, it's like a Grand Mal on steroids. It's your entire brain lights up at the same time. Every synapse fires at once. It's like like a zzz, then you're down.
So, going over this speech with a fine-tooth comb, there is some information in here. That announcement to the crew.
Does imply that the crew doesn't know.
Correct.
Right. Which means they're not doing this to everyone. They're just doing it to the people who are in charge.
The
Officers.
select requirements.
Select requirements.
Well, just like Yannick, position of power. Edwards,
Right.
obviously control of the Guan Yu. Let's face it, Deus is kind of a dick.
Got Mass Effect Andromeda,
Oh, I
Excellent.
love that game so much.
and now my computer can actually play it.
Even better.
I love my Krogan grandpa.
Okay. I know this is basic, but my absolute favorite Mass Effect character is Tali Zora. I love her. I love her.
God, you are basic.
She's the best. She is objectively the best written character.
And pumpkin spice is amazing?
Yep. Are you not like other girls?
Kestra puts her Uggs on 1 foot at a time, just like everyone else.
Listen, hey, guess what? People like things because they're good.
Oh, don't get me
If
wrong,
they
I fucking
weren't
love pumpkin
good,
spice.
People wouldn't like them. And honestly, it makes you kind of a shitty person if the only reason you dislike a thing is because it's popular.
Oh, but that has nothing to do with it. I don't dislike Talizora. I'm mocking your objectively comment.
She is. Okay, who has a better written arc of from first game to last game? Who has a better written arc?
Garrus?
Not even close. Not even close. Garrus had a good arc, but it wasn't that good. 1 to
Neither was
2,
Tali's.
1 to 2, phenomenal. 2 to 3, he became what? More of a space cop?
And Talizora just sort of became
Tali
better
Zora
nerd
went from
hacker girl.
Tali Zora went from a young, anxious, eager engineer on her very first time away from home, who was very eager to please, who was excited about exploring the galaxy, all that kind of stuff, to in Mass Effect 3 being an admiral, uniting her people, stopping the Geth War if you do the right method, accepting that not only did the Geth have a soul, but that they deserved to live just as much as her people did, and managing to bring an end to the war with the help of Legion. She cleared her own name, accepted the consequences of her father's actions, worked to undo his mistakes. She went from being a competent engineer, but not much else, to being one of the most deft political maneuverers in the galaxy.
I wouldn't know about that last part.
She went from being shunned by the what are they called? Quarian fleet, to leading it. That
How
takes
much
some
of that
fortitude.
is circumstance, though?
You don't get to be an admiral because your dad was an admiral. You get to be an admiral because you were good.
Fair enough, but one of the most deft political maneuverers? No.
Her dad let a Geth onto the Quarian fleet and nearly caused the destruction of their entire race. She took, even with that mark on her family's history, became one of the leaders of the fleet.
Yeah, because she also fixed the problem.
Shepard fixed the problem. She was along for the ride.
Fair enough.
Hey guys, I'm
But,
back. Are we talking about some nerdy bullshit?
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making
But
sure.
yeah, she really didn't do a lot of political maneuvering. She did a lot of getting shit done, which is not the same thing.
All right. Ugh. Oh, I'm so sorry. So we find
Woodyard's
ourselves.
off to get the store. To the store.
The huh?
Woodyard's getting a drink at the store.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. We can wait then. That's fine.
No, you made us wait so much already. We've got an hour
He
and
really
18
didn't.
minutes.
He wasn't doing anything. And he was listening the whole time. I
I hope he's listening now.
think it would be kind of funny if he was listening.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell
So
yes.
much fun. We're all gonna
Kester-
die.
Speaking of, I would like to try
Kester,
to escape the
Kester.
restraints.
We don't have to attack the station. This is a win.
Yeah, we've got
Life
that
got
Guan Yu.
easier. Okay,
bird of
one
prey.
ship. A ship we know. With
At least, Kester,
Look.
at least Kelly can access the viruses.
I was gonna say, I mean, you get Kelly and an open communication line to the Guan Yu in like 2 minutes, and that ship is ours.
There's another part that I have planned.
I think we're just gonna fade to black and we win.
See,
I like
now,
that plan.
now that would be both not cool, and you guys wouldn't be happy about it.
If you're sad,
It
I'm
would
happy.
be funny though, just like fade out, fade back in, having tea.
And
Man,
that's
that
how
was
we defeated
wild.
Deos. Smashing cans of 24th century Red Bull.
Wild times. And remember when you did the thing? Amazing.
Kester, you still got a little Deos on your collar there. Oh, yeah.
I
thanks.
just a little bit.
Deos. Deos. Deos leaves, so we follow him home.
I just want to make sure that this arc is good for you guys, because I promise you we are going to sign stuff after this, and like first contact, and I'm gonna make it fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Lots of fun. So much fun. But yes, it actually is very fun.
This game has made me discover something about myself.
What's that?
I think I like causing others pain.
Fair.
Yeah.
I personally love the game the way it is. I would be sad if we go to science. I run my other game. Just like nice little happy science first contact missions, blah blah blah. And they're
Listen.
fun.
If it was just that, it's exciting. It's too much excitement. I've had enough excitement for 7 lifetimes.
He's clearly a
Need a break.
DS9 fan.
Yes.
I very much am, and like there's nothing I can do about it.
Deep Space Nine is very good. I don't blame you.
Couple of that shit with the Bajoran gods and everything. I don't care. Just give
Nobody
me
likes the
Dominion work.
Bajoran arcs. It's what we have to sit through to enjoy the rest of DS9.
Hey, now I like the Bajoran arcs.
Oh,
but
shut up!
I do, and there's a reason I like them. There's a reason I like them. I like
You like
them.
watching the Bajoran arcs while drinking pumpkin spice, you basic
I
ass
l-
bitch.
I like them because the Bajorans are coded culturally Jewish, and it's very interesting to see how their religion and culture interplays with the rebuilding their society. It's very interesting for me. I like that kind of shit.
I did too. I just like, ugh. Like I don't know. It's the way that it ends is just not that.
Yeah, the way that it ends is bullshit. The way that it
Like-
ends is bullshit. Like everything leading up to that, great. That bullshit. Also, why in the they? I actually do love that. What's his face? The Cardassian, not Garrick, the other one.
Ducat?
Ducat. I like that Ducat was irredeemable because he was never supposed to be redeemable. He was a fascist, dictatorial oppressor. He should have been executed, but the way they went about it was wrong. He should have just been tried and executed for war crimes. Should have been quiet, no muss, no fuss. He shouldn't have gone out famously. There shouldn't have been a big thing. It should have ended in anonymity and silence, because that would have been the ultimate insult to him.
I think Garrick should have definitely just been written in as gay.
He was.
He wasn't.
They never officially said the word.
Okay.
In fact, they did have a bit of a relationship with Ducat's daughter.
That was more of a parent thing, I thought.
Yeah, that he was not.
That was more of a "this is my child now" sort of deal.
Garrick's
also
from
have
the
to
southern
remember
part
that-
of Cardassia Prime.
I also have to remember that it was the 90s, and I think I just, in my lifetime,
I mean,
being gay, like in the early 2000s, was like, oh yeah, people like in Congress, popular legislation was being brought forward, like, oh yeah, gay marriage shouldn't be a thing. That's stupid. Who would want that? And then like 10 years later, people are like, yeah, let's have that. And then
Oh, it turns out the gays wanted it.
oh,
And,
An
you know,
interest
other
group.
reasonable people.
yeah. But just like, I don't know. It's the same thing with watching Friends, which I can't do. People are like, Friends is so good, and I'm like, wow, is it?
I don't think so. I think every single person in
Oh,
Friends
Trev,
is a
he's
dumpster
back.
fire.
Travis here.
Yep.
I'm
Light it
so
up.
sorry. I'm drinking so much sparkling water. I need to stop.
Just drink normal water.
Who the fuck do you think I am? Healthy?
Unlike the cricket in the Never After. Pinocchio's
What a
cricket.
reference.
Pinocchio's cricket. He is all about
Jiminy?
doing the moral thing. No, it's not Jiminy. It's very specifically not Jiminy cricket. It is legally distinct from Jiminy cricket.
Oh, Jomini.
Jomini Crockett.
As far as we know, his name is just the cricket. But he's like, always tell the truth and never drink water.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good advice for a wooden puppet.
There.
It's like kind of like that time I got Dutch elm disease in Tijuana. Story of my life.
Shrek the musical reference.
Yeah, hell
Nice.
yeah. I played Donkey in that in high school.
That is not a surprise.
It is not my musical. We'll get to the game in a second. But the director of the musical was like, "Can you sound more like Eddie Murphy?" And I go, "I think I'm supposed to not sound anything like Eddie Murphy." And she goes, "Yeah, that's probably better."
Yeah.
I know on
You
road
want me-
trips with my Tyler, I definitely sing the donkey parts of those songs.
For sure. I've started singing the Shrek ones because my voice is now in a place where I can sing the Shrek ones. Anyway,
Fair.
so hopping back into the game, we are now on the bridge at full warp. I believe, as per the logs previously, it took a couple of weeks to get to the Vanguard thing at max warp in the Guan Yu. So, before we do that time jump, is there anything else that we want to do?
I would like to try to escape the restraints I've been put in.
Ah, yes, sickbay. 1 moment.
She just wants to walk up onto the bridge. And she should
Yeah,
be
just give
strapped
me-
to a bed.
Give me 1 second.
I
Kestra,
think
my ship is
once-
moving. Why?
Help. Sickbay, 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 sickbay. Hey! Nope, didn't work. Hang on, let's drag it to a different part of the map. Sickbay. Hey! There we go. Oh, that's too big. Sickbay B.
If you hold Alt and hit the little bottom right circle, it'll scale.
Oh, by too big. I mean there are too many beds in it. I need the other one.
Yes, Klingons are so stingy for their sick bay beds.
Well, yeah, the sickbay A has like 25 beds in it. We're in sickbay. Ensign Woodyard and Commander Kelly, you come to after your consciousness is being held down slightly. You're very groggy with the amount of sedatives you've been given. Both of you can now have exhaustion 1 on your thing, and it's exhaustion plus 1. That's going to take a couple of days of normal sleep to sleep off. Woodyard, you're able to sit up. Are you there, Woodyard?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Woodyard, you're able to sit up. Kelly, you are held down by pressure fields. As you try to move.
Well, I'm just not having this.
Oh.
She did warn you. She told you that this was going to happen.
Yep.
Oh, my aching head. Oh.
So, I guess I'm gonna try to use my subspace transceiver to, get into the ship, get into the, medical fields, and disable the fucking force fields on my bed.
Roll a D100 for me, Kelly.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do it. Do it. Yeah.
The console across from you, the power, you see power being shunted into that console, and it starts sizzling. And then the pressure fields go away.
Nersha sits up, dusts herself off. I'm going to the bridge. I need to figure out why the fuck my ship is moving.
Woodyard, where are you going?
I go, what, aren't we supposed to stay here?
Feel free. I ain't stopping you.
But are you feeling better? I think you should sit down. I really think you should sit down.
Woodyard,
Gonna keep...
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go figure out why the ship is moving. Then I'll go back to bed. With the ability to roll over.
I'm sure there's a really good reason.
Yep, great one. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh dear.
You see the turbo lift opens up.
I go, Woodyard to Commander Hagen.
Oh, don't
you're
you
awake.
dare, you
It's the
coward.
bridge.
Woodyard to Hagen. I think we might have a problem.
Oh, is Kelly awake?
Yes.
Undo
And
the
she might-
restraints on her. We need both of you on the bridge.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I'm
Yes,
she's
she
Door
is.
opens.
already on her way. I'll be right behind her.
The next time you tie me down on the bed, you could at least use some leather. Make an occasion of it.
Why do you keep trying to make this a kink thing? That's not
Kelly,
what it is.
Because
Lieutenant
you
Mitchell starts yelling.
Because you make it so easy and you get so flustered.
Okay, we're going to the wrong prison planet. I need
Why the fuck are we going to Vanguard?
Because that's where the Guan Yu and our captain is.
How the hell do you know that?
I am not at liberty to tell you that.
What?
Yay, trust. It's wonderful. Yeah, all one big happy family. Woo.
It's not a matter of trust, Kelly, and after this I will tell you. I just need to figure it out first.
You need to figure out how you know?
I need to figure out how to tell you. We don't have time.
According to this, it's going to take 2 weeks to get there.
Is this explanation really going to take longer than 2 weeks?
Mitchell turns around and says, "Yeah, we have 2 weeks, 4 hours.
Okay.
For the purposes of brevity, I could just warp 2 weeks.
I cast exposition.
Okay, cool.
How much do you say?
I say that I say what information I have. I play the recording that I have. I say that I intercepted, or no, I say that I was visited by a man who claimed to be from Section 31.
How much does Kelly know about Section 31?
More than most of us.
Ellie, you were given a small informal briefing about Section 31 from your old friend Admiral what's his name? And an NPC that I have named and I promise I remember, but I can't remember the name of right now.
Mateo.
Mateo, thank you. Admiral Mateo gave you sort of a cautionary tale about Section 31 and said that most likely the people who talk about Section 31 are either lying or are who are just not being truthful. Basically, is what you've heard of. However, you remember that Admiral Mateo had a note of caution and almost trepidation in his voice when he would talk about them.
So the mention of Section 31 gets Kelly going from, I haven't had my coffee this morning, to you have my full and undivided attention.
Yep. And all of you are aware of Section 31 of the Federation Charter that says something.
It says specifically, hold on one second. I had it just a second ago, and now my computer's not wanting to tell me.
Yeah, so basically Article 14, Section 31 it basically allows for extraordinary measures to be taken in times of
order to
extreme threat.
protect the Federation from an existential threat, extraordinary measures may be taken up to and including violation of the Prime Directive.
Yeah, you guys are all aware of that. You are, other than Kelly, none of you really have the most that everybody else has is a nebulous understanding of a shadowy organization that is a rumor of a rumor.
He had technology like I've never seen. Haptic interface, holographic display. He hacked through Klingon security like it was wet tissue paper.
Okay, but that's not special.
Special when he didn't have to press a button to do it.
Alright, that is a little special. That's me kind of stuff.
He had a holographic covering over his face, even. It mimicked flesh. I couldn't tell it was there until he removed it. And he was completely unreadable telepathically.
And you trust him?
No. I
That's
trust
smart.
this. This makes sense. I don't think that Deus is acting on the orders of the Dominion. I think he's embarrassed. I think he's angry. And I think he's going to find his founder.
Oh, I'll be happy to introduce him, since I rig up another one of those grenades.
Yes, although I am worried about those Varonk getting their hands on Jim'Hadar shock troopers.
I'm more worried about them getting their hands on the ship. If they get a hold of Jim'Hadar shock troopers, whoop-de-doo. They still can't leave Vanguard. If they get off Vanguard, we have a problem.
Right.
Okay.
After we're done with this, we should check on Sunny.
What did he say about Sunny?
Well, I asked because I got the feeling that he may be involved in her removal. He said she was safe for the moment. So, you may want to follow up on that.
I tried to contact Sunny a few days ago. I was given the runaround.
Yes, me as well. Alright, so
Mhm.
Kelly, I want you to put together the most malicious virus package you have ever put together. I want our ship to... I don't want them to be able to use the bathroom. Do you understand? I want everything cut off. Can you do that?
Yeah. Do you want this to have an off button?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna take a little longer. I do have one
Well-
question though.
Yes?
Now that I know why the ship is moving, can I go back to bed?
Yes.
Cool, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Kelly walks out. Goes to bed.
Yep.
All right, so 2 weeks.
As we cut to commercial, Reese is just going to say, "So how do we stop the planet from shooting us?"
Yeah.
And then we can cut to commercial. Because I read the reports.
Everybody looks at you like, "Oh yeah." Cut to commercial. Come back. So downtime activities for 2 weeks. What would people like to do?
Reese is going to keep an eye on the cloaking device and try to come up with some way to circumvent the planet shooting us.
Okay.
I'm hoping the cloaking
Um,
device is going to solve that problem for me.
Kestra, do you got anything?
I do. Although I don't know if what I would have to spend to create this advantage. I would like to work on mental training my mind against a Veronk incursion. I don't know if it's a thing I can do.
That is a thing that you can do. It will require probably this entire time of you doing nothing but meditating and sleeping.
Well, I don't really have anything else I can do, so.
Okay. Yeah, we can go through that. Kelly, I'm assuming the virus.
Yep. I need to make a little joy package specifically for the Guan Yu.
Okay. We'll start with that, I think. Trev, anything?
Warrior's still going to be trying to figure out where a comm signal is coming from out of nowhere.
Oh, my sweet baby. It came from Section 31.
He is obsessed.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. I'll tell. You can attempt it again. The difficulty is going to go up by 2.
Well, he's just going to keep attempting it. I'm not going to spend any threat on it. It's just going to be one of those things where he researches it and
Okay. Yeah, Woodyard, you're looking at it, and you go back to the logs where you were looking at that sourceless communication. The logs have wiped themselves. They're nowhere to be found.
Interesting. Someone would have had to erase those logs from inside the ship.
Lieutenant Mitchell walks over and goes, "Ensign, what are you doing?"
Oh, nothing. I was just looking at some work from before. It's no big deal. It's a little bit of a mechanical mystery. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. Kestra, I think I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm sorry. She catches herself. Commander Hagen, I'm gonna go down and it says on the ship manifest that there's live animals on board. I'm gonna go and check on those. I think, and
I
just
don't
see what the
believe there
damage
are
is.
live animals on board anymore if we've been here a week and no one's been watering them.
Yeah, yeah. So probably not a good idea.
Probably not a good idea, no.
Okay, should we vent that deck maybe?
Definitely.
Okay. goes over. You see out the aft camera. You see rotten Targ corpses
Oh, the
just
poor
kind of
puppies!
streak out into into the warp.
Is there any way we could have found these dogs before this? Because I feel really bad.
I don't think that they were a priority for you, to be honest. So I mean, if you had asked me specifically, I would have allowed you to look. Nobody.
No one even thought.
I literally
Even thought.
I remember saying this. You look at the deck manifest. You see in the like the mess area. You see like a stable for live animals and stuff, and you guys are all like, "Gross." Moving on. Not even thinking.
We were thinking like, gach, not targs are their pets.
No,
Targ literally means pet.
like people eat. They ate targs, like targ flesh.
People
They
eat dogs.
Yeah, for sure. They don't eat only gach. They eat other stuff.
I understand they eat other stuff. I didn't think they ate their dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, you watch all the dead dogs. I mean targs. Just vent out into warp space. Kelly, what specific effects are you looking to create with this virus?
A complete and total lockdown to the computers for anyone but Kelly.
Okay. I can give you an automatic cost for that, if you'd like.
Hey, what? I didn't hear the word.
Basically, you would be spending to create that advantage. Let's see. Their computer score is an 11. I would say I would allow that to be an attack that you can attempt during combat for the low and easy price of 4 threat.
Wow. What a deal!
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the butt.
No, 4 threat. What do you think?
Sounds suspiciously generous. That to me seems like the pile of ammunition you find right outside a suspiciously large arena-like room.
Perfect. Pick it up. We're gonna need it anyway.
Right?
I'd hate to have to go into this room unprepared.
So, I'll take that.
You sure?
Yes, I am
Okay.
sure.
Sure. Anything else from Kelly, or just that? I would say that would probably take a majority of the time. Just sort of
Okay.
fine-tuning it and tweaking it.
Well, you know how he modified the ship's sensors to automatically detect and fire on incoming asteroids in that one mission?
I'm assuming this is the one that Kyle GM'd.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Rush
so.
of the Belt. Yep.
Well, yeah, I forgot that you don't know our names anyway, so you probably thought it was me.
Look, I'm sorry.
I heard.
No. You know it was one of my missions because they likened back to it.
Aww.
Rude.
Oh.
Now my feelings are hurt.
Oh.
What did you? You
Oh,
better watch it,
sorry.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Kelly modified the ship's sensors. We were going into an asteroid field, so she basically improvised a CWIS. Point defense systems. Automated point defense systems. And so,
yeah, okay.
you know, just without any input, it would go, that asteroid's going to hit us. I'm going to fire a phaser at it. Which actually is a talent now that came out in one of the more recent books that I think I'm going to give to Guan Yu after this. But, I want to fuck with that. I want to create another command that will just fuck with that system to make the ship think there's things incoming and redirect phaser fire to just random directions.
So, problem with that, your bird of prey has disruptor cannons, 2 of them, on the ends of your wings.
Oh, you misunderstand.
Mhm.
I want to fuck with the Guan Yu. I want this bird of prey to be able to confuse the Guan Yu's targeting systems by like projecting sensor echoes of incoming things in random directions to force the Guan Yu's automated system to fire in random directions, preventing them from using those phaser arrays to fire at the bird of prey.
Okay. I would say that.
That's definitely a roll, right?
That is something you wouldn't be able. I would say that would be something that you could do on your turn during combat. Is run that sort of electronic warfare. I don't think that would be something that you would be able to do beforehand to set up.
In that case, for the remaining time, Saoirse is going to relax, try to get rid of this exhaustion, and make jokes that embarrass and fluster Kestra as the opportunity arises.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and both Woodyard and Kelly, I would say get rid of your exhaustion.
God. Okay.
Oh, there is something I would like to do.
Okay.
I want to see if I can get this fucking replicator to spit out a decent fucking sugar cookie.
Okay. How many days in a row do you want to attempt this?
I'll just the one. She'll give it a go.
Okay. D100, please.
Wait. Hey!
It gives you a slice of Rokeg blood pie. Replicated Rokeg blood pie is what comes out.
That's not horrible. It's no sugar cookie, but it's a close second.
Then you can have it, Lieutenant Reese.
Oh, pie and a promotion. Nice.
Reese, do you eat the pie?
I'm hungry. It's food.
Okay. You eat the pie. It tastes remarkably sweet and kind of like a sugar cookie, except the consistency is just of a pie with blood clots in it.
Oh yeah, Luke, Commander, you would hate this. And she's sitting there eating the pie.
You see that Reese's teeth nosh on some blood clots, and they sort of burst.
I'm gonna actually throw up in real life.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will not keep going.
No, I'm
Sorry.
kidding.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Fuck. I was like, oh shit. Sorry. I was like, oh, do we need safety cards?
And I was like,
yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I know that was a joke, but I'm very sensitive to that sort of thing. So, okay. Anything else, Kelly? Do you want to try again?
You know what? I'll do it. I'll try again.
Okay. This will be the last attempt that I'm going to allow you for right now. Roll
Right.
D100 for me.
Can I roll maybe reason engineering?
No. Roll a D100. I'll let you roll 2 D100 and take the higher one.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't break it down. Oh, Yeah, 44. Okay. You see, it gives you a really nice looking sugar cookie, and then the sugar cookie just sort of melts like an ice cream cone. Just because you're curious, you swipe your finger through it and you take a little taste. It tastes really good. It tastes like a sugar cookie.
It's just dough.
It's just it's all the good parts of the sugar cookie dough except for the dough part.
He'll take it. Why not?
You just start lapping it up off the.
Like, get like a bowl
Like a
and
cat.
start and just scrape it in.
Nem.
Just
Reese,
walks back with
Reese,
this bowl of stuff.
You're eating blood clots that taste like sugar cookie. Kelly walks back onto the bridge,
Oh my God.
lapping it off, lapping it up like a cat from a bowl. Lem. Catcher's like, what the fuck is happening?
Sugar cookie?
Oh.
I am good, although, do we have more replicators working at this point?
No, just the one.
Although, I could go for some gawk. You could... If you would.
What, really?
I like gawk.
Well, fair enough, I guess.
Lieutenant Mitchell speaks up and says, I think all the fresh gawk died and then was ejected into space, Commander.
Don't like fresh gawk.
Okay.
I like the
It's-
dead one.
Hey, Hagen, you wanted to get stronger for
Yes.
the Varrock? Okay.
And other things that will start a fight in a Klingon bar.
Kesha, go ahead and give me an insight medicine check. Difficulty of 4.
Okay,
Telepathic prowess. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Fuck it. You get 3 threat, I suppose. So I can get 2 dice.
Nice roll. That's 2 momentum generated. I love the D100 rolls today. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll, please.
I succeed.
You have succeeded in the roll. D100 is going to tell you how well you did. Okay. Just one moment.
Hmm.
I like that.
Do you hear the music or no?
Yeah, I
don't
heard
like it.
I don't
Why
hear the
can't I
music.
hear it? I'm pissed.
I
Whatever.
can't hear the music either.
Well, it's clearly working.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, the one named Anxiety.
Yep. That's literally the name of the song. Yep, Anxiety.
Oh, I love it.
Hagen, you, I think about on your 3rd or 4th day of meditation, you get a breakthrough. You close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, and you feel a faraway presence that you recognize as the Varrock. It reminds you psionically of the reflection of an echo of a thought. So far away, so faint. Your brain materializes an image of standing along a street, black paved, yellow lines on it, buildings to your left and to your right that stretch all the way up to into the sky. And very far down the road, you see sort of a crack in the road that starts making its expanding and making its way towards you. What do you do?
You know that this is a mindscape, right?
You feel very confident that you are in a mindscape right now. Yeah.
My brain, I do what I want. I am going to use my ability telepathically to try and You know how in mirror space, Doctor Strange can kind of like warp how things work, like
Yeah.
how physics works. Going to use it to use the buildings to close the street. Like literally, the buildings shift 50 feet towards each other and just slam shut.
It's actually almost like Inception too. The buildings phase inside of each other and begin to morph and lay down in front of you in the street. As they sort of slam down. You look behind you, the same thing happens, and you are in maybe a 20-foot by 20-foot enclosed square. And you look up in the sky, it expands towards you. You look down, and have you ever been to Chicago, Kesha?
Yes.
You ever been up in the up in the Willis Tower in the glass?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
You look down and you see nothing below you but a rolling, wavy, kind of turbulent ocean below you. In the space between the ocean and yourself, you feel your consciousness heightens as you focus lower and lower.
I think that because of the way her telepathic abilities affected her as a child, Estra did look into a variety of telepathic species ways of controlling their abilities.
Yeah.
One of the ways she looked into was the Vulcan way. So imagine, and instead of her emotions as that turbulent storm, it's everything around her is that turbulent storm all the time. All of the people around her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of sits down on that see-through lake, surrounded by these four walls, and imagines this space as it turns from buildings to parapets, from skyscrapers to towers and walls, but made of like neutronium. It's not stone, it's metal. And she just starts building a place where no matter what goes on around her, no matter what that sea is doing, she's solid. She's anchored, rooted, nothing can.
Roll another D100 for me.
Okay. Hey, not terrible.
You feel the floor vanish.
Oh dear.
You begin falling. Wind is flowing around you. You look down as you sort of flip your way down, so you're looking down where you're falling. The ocean keeps the same distance as you. As you're falling through this liminal space, you feel that you have the option to land safely in the water, or you can either go further or back yourself out.
For context,
You don't feel malevolence if you go further. You feel something deeper. You feel truth.
I go further.
You take a deep breath and fall into the water, and you are once again not where you are as you open your eyes, but in front of you, you see, and now if I could just find the token, your good friend, Captain Edwards, floating in the ocean with you, looking at you. You're both looking at each other. Kyle,
Yes.
from the depths of your control, from your slumber, you open your eyes, find yourself in the middle of a flat, featureless ocean, and you see Kestra in front of you. Floating.
How aware of this am I?
You're fully aware.
Okay.
You're there with her.
He just looks around. He's like, so this is where you go.
Not the places. You all right?
Been better. So,
Coming for you.
so you know where we're going.
Yes.
Good. That'll save some time here. I don't know how much of the ship they have control, but considering the speech they had me make, I don't think it's a lot of them.
No, I wouldn't imagine that it is. I'm having Kelly put together a little something.
Don't tell me anything. Just in case.
Extra. Take 2 stress.
Okay. Why?
You feel the ocean begin to slow. You feel the raise and fall of tides. You see Edwards goes a little further away from you.
Can I try to control this ocean?
You have no control over this ocean. You
Damn.
feel that you can pull yourself out at any time and be free of this,
Mhm.
but you have no control of this ocean. This ocean is not anything that you have felt before, except that one other time when you saw the vision.
I'm not entirely sure what this is, Captain. Coming for you. And we're going to make Deus pay for this. And I pull out.
8569247.
You hear those
Alright.
numbers as Edwards, you find you're alone in the ocean for a moment. You close your eyes and you feel again you're under outside control. You feel relief well up in your chest as Kestra has found a way to reach you, but you are still in the position that you are.
I'm just gonna look up. Told you you're fucked, Deus.
You feel your consciousness say that, but what you actually see is, you see Vanguard sitting in front of you, and you feel a smile creep up in your face, and one single tear fall down your face. And Hagen, you find yourself back sitting in your chair. You have a headache.
I think a data pad gets tossed. Just like across the room.
With a strength that Hagen doesn't normally express, the Klingon datapad that she's using shatters. You see a light fixture falls from the bulkhead.
Kelly, would you be a dear and fix that, please? I get up and go to the ready room.
So
What do you want me to do with it? Make an art installation?
I meant the bulkhead, not the data pad.
you go over and fix it. Taking a momentum for the new scene. One moment, please.
For the I do ask Kelly if those numbers have any significance.
8569247.
GM? Do I have any idea what those are?
The GM has no idea either.
They are it is a string of 7 digits.
Are they the Guan Yu's command prefix?
Those are the command codes.
They are not the Guan Yu's command prefix.
Can we make some kind of roll to try and see if we can figure this out?
Reason command for Hagen.
Reason command. Okay, that's not my worst 2 stats.
Difficulty of
27.
difficulty of 2.
Okay. Can Ellie assist? We're both working on this?
No, this is just you.
Damn. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you a threat for a dice, and what is the difficulty on this? You said 2?
Difficulty 2, yep.
Okay. I don't have a focus, I don't think.
No. Do you have anything in Starfleet Protocol?
I don't.
Yeah, that'd be a no.
Take one that I don't.
Oh, you rolled very well.
This is how we. That's 3 threat, or 3 momentum, I believe.
You recognize the length of the characters. You don't have any codes that are just numerical. You have numeric and
The numeric codes.
yeah, alphanumeric codes. You surmise that this could be something to do with Edward's command access. You remember him saying a code that had an 8, a 9, a 4, and a 7 in it.
Do I remember? It has been a very long time since we last played. Do I remember what exactly the context of that code was?
It is a command access code.
It's his command access code.
His command access code.
Could we get those numbers written down?
Already
They
done?
are in the chat.
I wrote them down to Kestra.
Oh, okay.
And I put them in the Foundry chat.
Yeah, they're in there. Do you see that? Oh, yeah. Like right above the roll is where I see them.
I mean, Ellie, I believe the captain just handed you the command codes to stop him.
Well, if these are the command codes, aren't those typically alphanumeric? I mean, everyone but me seems to prefer alphanumerics.
Yes, this is his personal command code. He only uses these with encryption for accessing secure ship systems. This gives you everything.
For everybody, this gives you a free advantage for accessing the USS Guan Yu's internal systems. Meaning that you could use it to not quash any complication, reduce complication range, or reduce difficulty of any rolls.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So then,
I'm going to go ahead and call that we are going to move to the next scene. Where? Whoa.
There, Wolf. There, Castle.
Why are you talking like that?
I thought you wanted to.
Well, I don't. I'm easy.
You warp into the star system where Vanguard is located. For your information, you should just be able to see the word Vanguard and a red circle.
That is correct.
Okay. In the middle of this red circle lies the planet. That red circle is the range of the planetary defense weapon.
Good news is, we already know how to turn that off.
Okay. Do you go ahead and do that?
No, no, no,
Not
no,
yet.
no.
Does Reese pick up the Guan Yu on sensors that Selecti can hide well compared to us?
Do you scan for them?
I would definitely tell one of the nerds to scan for it. Hey, Woodyard, look for the ship. Can't hide that well.
Nerd.
I was like, I know where this is going.
Ensign Woodyard, give me a scan roll. So this
Nerd.
is going to be reason science, difficulty. I'll say of 2.
Can I get a ship?
Yep, the ship will be assisting
On it.
with sensor science.
Yep. What about our breaches? Aren't they bye-bye?
No,
yeah.
those breaches are still there.
Oh, we just
I
worked on
was
the
gonna
important
wonder if maybe we should have worked on those in the 2 weeks that we had flying out here, and I didn't say anything.
Well,
For
these
for
breaches
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
breaches
require
don't
a space dock.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I don't feel so bad.
So
All right, you know what? I'm going to. I'll use one momentum just in case. I really shouldn't, but I get if I use. I think if I use computers, then I get an extra momentum. I generate extra momentum for my science officer role. So.
computer sensors, yeah.
He gets an extra obtain information for free.
Yeah.
Oh.
The character generates 1 bonus momentum, which may only be used for on the
You're right.
Yep.
Listen, I had to try somehow.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I didn't even know.
Why do you think
Okay,
I told you to do it?
Yeah. Okay. Rolling.
Hey!
I'm helping. Why do
Okay,
any of you
no,
let me roll dice?
1, 2, yeah. 2 momentum generated. You also get a free obtain information, which means you can ask me a question and pertaining to your role, and I can answer it.
Also, I think I can re-roll 1, but I don't know if I should even risk it. So never
Oh,
mind.
you can re-roll the ship if you want.
Yeah, let's re-roll the ship.
You re-roll the ship?
I can
Yeah, with
reroll it.
technical expertise.
Oh, right, there it is. Perfect.
Does this have a focus?
Ship
Yes,
has-
ships always have focus.
Fuck yeah. Go me.
All right.
Cool. That is 1 momentum generated. So I'll tell you what you get on the scan. The ship has landed on Vanguard. It is nowhere in the surrounding space surrounding Vanguard. However, you detect, with that good of a roll, you detect tachyon signatures surrounding Vanguard.
Tachyon signatures.
Yes. Specifically, you detect tachyon signatures in this slice of the pie, this slice of the pie, and this slice of the pie.
I'm sorry. Could you show me those slices again? My character sheet was covering up for
That's
the
okay.
map.
So you see here, here, and here.
Got it.
You also detect some in this one as well.
Okay, so I'm just trying to reconcile my Star Trek knowledge with Star Trek Adventures.
Yeah.
I forget what tachyon is.
Swiss Army particle.
Tachyon is...
Potential cloaked ships.
Yes. Okay. That sounds. I was trying to think of if it was some kind of like chronotons, or I got those down, and I got some other kind of something down, but not tachyons. Okay.
Chronoton
So
tachyon Zinthos.
Possible cloak ships. Okay.
And you can also use a tachyon burst to force cloaked ships out of cloak.
Oh, this is correct. Yes, this is what I just watched Redemptions Part 1 and 2 yesterday, and that has the tachyon net that they use to force the Romulan fleet to become uncloaked when they were crossing the Klingon border. Okay.
Is this
Yeah.
information relayed to us?
Oh. Well, I don't know if I would know that. I guess I suppose I would know this kind of information.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. So let me. Okay. Hide mode. Captain. It looks like there are some tachyon pulses in three of the four. Well, all the quadrants really. Um, we might some tachyon errant tachyon particles. That may mean that there's some cloaked ships there. I'm not quite sure. I do remember though, we can use tachyon pulses to expose cloaked ships if they are nearby.
That
Just letting
also
you know.
lights us up like a Christmas tree.
And by the way, are you guys cloaked?
We are very
Yes.
much cloaked.
Yes. Okay.
Ellie, can you rig up a probe to emit a widespread tachyon pulse?
Yeah, but we can't launch it under cloak.
We don't have to launch it. We just have to drop it.
I was gonna say we could just shove it out the door.
Yes.
Nice of you to borrow that brain cell. Be sure to give it back without using it too much.
Woodyard, you also have a free obtain information that you can use.
Ah.
You can ask me any
Where are
question
they?
related to your
Where are
scanning
they?
roll.
Anything related to that scanning roll?
Mhm.
Okay. There's. Why can I get a more specific location, or can I tighten the location rather than the quadrants? I get more
Or what specifically?
for the tachyon emissions, the errant tachyon emissions.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you some exact things for that. I can give you some exact positional things for that.
I would love
So,
to focus and scan.
For 5 successes, yeah.
you detect in the quadrant directly in front of you, you detect 3. You detect 16 cloaking signatures in this area. You detect 10 here, 8 here, and 7 here.
Ellie?
Now, this is a meta question. You guys have been here before, obviously. You've mentioned it before. I was not there. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Right,
planet
back in.
has the ability to shoot us.
Okay.
Really?
Back in. I'm not quite sure, but judging by the number of tachyon emissions, I believe this might be an orbital weapons platform or some kind of satellite network of weapons systems, planetary protection,
Or mines.
or mines.
Oh, it's probably mines.
I can see if I might be able to decloak or work on something to decloak the mines or the systems or the
Well,
discover the
go around
system, the
to
source.
the side with the least amount of tachyon.
Also, if I remember my history, this class of ship can land. We can just get through the little quadrant. We can probably just go park next to the Guan Yu and no one would be the wiser.
Don't move it until you're telling me that you're actually moving. Okay.
I did order to go around to this area just so that we're at the side with the least amount of
Okay.
tachyon signatures.
So right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Go ahead and move it. Okay. You move there.
Can we rig a directional tachyon pulse for just a second, just to burst to reveal what's there, and then go back into cloak?
I'm sure I might be able to rig up some kind of tachyon dampening device, some kind of emitter through our reflector.
We have to
Is-
consider, though, anything we do reveals that we're here. So I think we need to carefully consider how and when we're going to give that advantage up.
Do
Or
you
if.
think that we know roughly where those tachyon signatures are, correct?
This is as specific as I can get. Maybe I can try
Roughly,
again.
there are that many numbers in that quadrant.
Ellie,
Because
are you able to activate Vanguard's automatic defense?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could flip the switch.
Do you think you could get it to target tachyon?
You are fading in and out weirdly.
Yeah, I didn't.
Do
get
you
that
think that you could get it to target tachyon emissions?
I'd love to try.
one. I'm sure I could help.
Can we do that?
Astrophysics and quantum mechanics are my thing. I'd love to do it.
Kelly, do you attempt to turn on the automated defense array?
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
You go not telepathically, through your techno shit. I don't have a word for it. You
Borg implants?
Yeah, you Borg implants through your subspace emitter. You go to activate it, and you see that it's already activated.
Oh, well,
But-
that makes things
But
easy.
it is not activated for the entire orbit of the planet. Like, it's not activated for all vectors. You see that it's activated for this quadrant.
All right. Well,
But
let's
well,
see if we can switch up its targeting parameters.
what we would like to do is activate everything and then set it to target tachyon ignitions, just to knock all these things out of the sky.
Is that what you would like to attempt to do?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this very seriously.
Mhm.
Are you sure you want to do
Because,
that?
okay, here's the thing. As long as we're cloaked, I think we'll be a target, is what I think that is intimated.
Kelly
We're outside of the
leans
range.
forward. Commander,
Yes.
what if the Guan Yu doesn't know those are there either? We could not be looking at a minefield or a new orbital defense grid. The Klingons know we stole one of their ships. We could be looking at a Klingon escort waiting to pounce on us, which begs the question, do we want to bring this planet to bear against them, not knowing what exactly those tachyon emissions are?
I will say, just from the GM's perspective, I would allow you to scan more specifically. However, that would involve activating your primary sensor grid, which you would need to decloak for.
Also, 49 signatures is a lot to send after one Burrell class.
Right. I kind of feel like 49.
And that's just too many ships.
Right.
That's-
would be
that's an
too many for
armada.
ships. Right.
Regardless, before we turn the planet on them, I would like to know exactly what we're dealing with, but we'd have to decloak to do that and give up our advantage.
Is there a way? Are there any kind of asteroids, any kind of anything that we can use as cover?
Hold on, I have an idea. In order for us to figure out what those are, we would have to activate our primary sensor grid. However, what if I activate the planet's sensor grid to get a closer look? And just have the planet relay that information to us.
Yeah, alright. Take an inspiration. You solved my little riddle! You little shits! Very good job. Very good job. I'll explain afterwards. I'll explain afterwards about what actually is here. You detect. You're able to do that. I'll just give you it. You see that there are 49 cloaked mines in this area. And actually, one moment. Shapes. All you. And boop. There they are.
Oh, we were definitely going to go through the right area. That's for sure.
I
Yeah.
love that we're parked
You were gonna
right in
sh-
front of them.
You were gonna shoot at one of these, and it would have killed you. It would have massacred you. These have a close range. Each one of those does, I think, four damage dice worth of damage.
Christ.
And there's 7 there. You would have died. For sure.
Oh
So-
dear. Well, hey,
Uh,
at least we all have backup characters.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Now, there are difficulties assigned to each one of them. Now that you know where they are, you can fly through them. However, it is a piloting check to go through them without triggering the mines. And the difficulties are as they are shown here.
Or we could just fucking not.
Yeah. You certainly could just fucking not, if you wanted to.
Because we know where they are, which means if we get chased away, we can use that to our advantage. Let's just go this way.
Yep, you guys are fully cloaked.
Yeah, let's just go park next to the Guan Yu.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, do you guys land? And if
why
so,
don't
where do you
we-
land?
Put us in a hover nearby the Guan Yu.
Okay.
Close enough that I can work my wizard shit.
Trev, Woodyard, as you get closer, you sense that the vast majority of the ship's life signs are on there. However, you sense a small party going into the same chamber that you were in before. In the prison planet.
All right.
No, I was...
Do need to land, and as we know from the time travel Star Trek movie, you can land while cloaked.
Close,
Mhm.
yes.
Saoirse starts laughing.
Why are you laughing?
Okay. We have Edward's command codes, right?
Yeah.
Why did I write this program? We've got his command codes. I can just tell the Guan Yu that it detects omega particles.
Do you know about Omega Part? You can't know about Omega
You do
Particles.
not know about
Oh,
Omega
you're
particles.
right. That was captains only. Damn, that would have been funny as shit.
Astra doesn't even know about Omega particles yet. That's very funny. Good try, though.
Yeah, that would have been great. But okay, yeah. So
I forgot one. I forgot
And-
mine.
Can we broadcast a message to every single? You know how in the Intrepids they have those wall panels that are like computer panels?
Yeah.
Can we transmit a message to every single one of those computer panels simultaneously?
Yeah, sure.
Here's the thought I have, and tell me if it is something that I can do. I would like to broadcast a message that basically says that Captain Edwards has been compromised by the Dominion, that Deep Space Fortitude has also been compromised by the Dominion, that we are working on an organized dual-pronged strike to neutralize their abilities to operate in this sector of space, and that we need the assistance of every able-bodied crewman of the Guan Yu.
I'll allow that. That's going to be a presence command roll, and it's going to be a pretty high difficulty.
you may want to amend what you say to, explain the whole, oh, we discovered this, that's why we were framed and had to escape, etc.
Yes, I do an exposition on the whole thing. But
Yeah, and it will be opposed.
here's the thing.
This definitely falls under doctor's orders. Because I am definitely coercing them to take a course of action.
I'm going to push back against that and say they've been told by someone who outranks you that you are the enemy.
That is true, but that's not what doctor's orders. And we've come into this contention a few times, and I really think that it does play this way. Doctor's orders is not me saying, as a doctor, do this thing. It is me taking my ability, tell people to do things in an authoritative tone, and have them listen to me, and transferring that ability into a command situation. It is not telling them, hey, I'm your doctor, you need to do this. It's me using that authoritative, commanding presence and transferring it to a command situation.
I think that's
Yeah.
worth asking the Modifius forums over after this is done.
I will allow this, and I hold my right to stand in the way of this every time it happens.
Certainly. But
Cool.
this definitely, I feel like this definitely applies.
I will allow it. It is going to be an opposed roll.
That's fine by me. In that case, let's get it. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use a few things.
You're breaking up, buddy.
You're breaking up again.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm gonna use a few things here. I'm gonna use the Star Cross to double my focus range.
Edwards, do you have that?
I do.
You use it.
Okay.
Okay. Double my focus range. I'm gonna use Starfleet Surgeon's Decoration to reduce the difficulty of this task by 1, so -1 to whatever Edwards rolls.
That gets no. It doesn't do -1 his. It gives you 1 more success.
Gives me 1. Does that matter? Either way,
Yes.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it does.
okay.
The net result is the same, but it does matter.
Alrighty. It gives me +1 to this. I'm doctor's orders for that. I'm gonna give you 3 momentum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 1 of my save spotlights to regain a determination.
Okay.
And I'm going to cite the value honesty is the best policy.
Okay. Are you buying like a full met? Are you trying to?
Yes, I'm trying to buy
Okay.
a full thing.
So
I
that
will
costs
spend
that
all
costs
momentum.
that costs 5 resources. So you clear out your momentum. It would cost 1 additional threat.
That's fine with me.
Edwards, you're going to be opposing with Presence Command.
Yep.
Edwards, you're going to spend your Star Cross.
Okay.
You're going to spend your value as well.
Which
the value that you are.
Okay.
It's going to be 1 that I'm giving you.
Okay.
It's victory is life.
Oh dear.
And
And
naturally,
then
I have a focus.
You do have a focus, yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm spending 5 threat to give you a full met as well. And I'm spending 3 threat to give you back your determination.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I am going to ask Hagen, please roll first.
the GM
Presence.
found a way to counter our good rolls. Make us roll against each other.
You're damn right.
Task. Focus. 5 dice. Or 4 dice, rather.
4 dice
Determination.
with determination, yep.
I'm gonna re-roll that 19. One of those 19s.
Okay.
And that's another 2 successes because of Starcrossed. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes for me.
Rerolling the
Including the
complication
+1?
with bold.
+1, so that's 8 successes for me.
Yep.
With the star cross, that's a crit. Which is a crit anyway.
3, 6, 9. You spend your 2, 4, 6. Spend your value to reroll the 17, 20, and the 16. Torn's the same value.
And it was already
the 20 was re-rolled with bold.
Oh, 20 was re-roll with bolt. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
to a crit,
Re-roll the 17 and the 16 with your value. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
5. I don't have 5 command.
Oh, you don't. Oh shit.
I have
okay.
5 medicine.
Right. So the 5 is still a crit though with your Starcross.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, never mind. That's how math
5
works.
is a crit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that
You roll a
9
10,
is...
that would not. That
Yeah.
that 9 is. Oh no, it isn't. It's 4 times 2 is 8. Oh shit. Okay. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is my count.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, it's because for some reason there are 2 presence commands by Nicholas D. Edwards. There's the 2 minutes ago and
Should
1
we
minute
just
ago.
re-roll the whole thing? Or... I'm
wanna
really
just call it-
confused.
Let's call it a wash and resolve
no.
everything. Okay.
That was Kestra's reroll, the first one. Just from order we did it in.
So this is.
The 9 is Kestra's. The 3 is Nick's.
Oh. Okay. So
That's
that
a
9
crit.
is.
For me. So that's 2 for me. So that is...
So Kestra has the 4 successes at the top, plus the 2 successes for that 9. Bringing it to a
6.
total.
No, that's 8 successes, because
Yeah,
that 6 is
The
a
6
crit.
is also a crit. So 5 successes at
And
the top.
I will spend another one of my spotlights to use a determination to re-roll that other 19.
Okay. So you have 8 total right now.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh, do you feel the tension mounting from all this
I
dice?
do. God damn it!
Ooh. I think Edwards gets that one, right?
Let's see.
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 and 9. It's a tie.
Yep.
Because that's success. Did you really just tie?
I did. And since...
Okay. Here's how this is gonna go. I'm not gonna have you guys reroll again. It's gonna be evens or odds. What dice do you want me to roll?
Fuck me.
What dice number do you want me to roll?
D4.
D4. Okay. Kyle, call evens or odds.
Odds.
No!
Alright, so
Damn it.
security, half of engineering, and 3/4 of medical are mine.
Okay.
I don't know why medical
Wow.
me, but
That really did just happen, didn't it?
In that case,
I was gonna call odds, but you let him do it.
I'm so sorry. He's the defender. I had to let him call it.
oh,
It's
sorry.
gonna
In
be attack-
Canada, odd is actually pronounced even. It's a French thing. So when I said
Nice
odd, it
try.
actually defines as even.
Do you want him to win? Do you want Tristan to win?
I don't know.
Desperately.
Nah, fate
Desperately, yes.
Listen,
okay, I
let's-
think
fate has
from-
decided
I think the captain does.
do you want to do best 2 out of 3 with the D4s?
a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, best 2 out of 3.
He can call this one.
All right,
Odds.
odds. All right,
Jack can call this one.
now Jack,
Oh
call
fuck!
it. So, for
I'm so
obviously-
nervous.
obviously for your side, because Kestra's on your side, you call it for Kestra.
No. Actually, no, not Jack. Titan.
Titan, yes, that's a lot better. Titan, please call it evens or odds.
I'm gonna throw up.
Great.
I'm gonna pass out and then throw up.
Gosh, we got two odds in a row. I'm gonna say even. Even. Just a law of averages says even.
Oh, you're
Evens? Okay.
screwed, buddy.
Oh god, they screwed us.
Oh no!
You fucked us. I was gonna
You
say odds.
you can't bring math into a dice game.
Felt it in my bones.
I love you guys so much. Okay.
This is
Okay,
beautiful.
I guess that's it. We're done. Thanks, everybody. Great. Thanks for watching.
I beg your pardon. I saw
Oh.
the opportunity to make that ship mine.
So, we don't have a lot of time left. What would the crew of the USS Guan Yu like to do? You sense that this has failed.
Captain, Commander, I request permission to make the Guan Yu my personal pet.
Well, we tried it the nice way. Well done.
Copy that. Using the command authorization to force open a secure communications channel, and uploading my new virus.
I'll say for the purposes of brevity, you now have full and complete and total command control of the Guan Yu. It's your ship. You know exactly how it works. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to just do this right away.
Even the
Whoa.
captain has trouble circumventing Kelly.
Yeah. Captain Edwards, as you're walking towards the prison planet with Deos and with a contingent of 4 Jem'Hadar, you get the communication from your acting chief of security, Lieutenant Nishizumi, that they have lost control of the ship.
At current, every display on the Guan Yu is showing that little pixel art of Kelly with her hand sassily on her hip, wagging her finger.
Angry Edwards just like fucking Saoirse.
Deos looks at you and says, "No matter, Edwards. Take me to the vault." And you nod your head and say, "Yes, sir," and keep moving forward. Now, we have 20 minutes before I really think that Hagen needs to leave.
Actually, I need to leave like right now.
But it was great playing with you guys.
Okay.
It was great. I always have so much fun with y'all.
So, we are going to
Hey,
end
Tyler?
this session there. Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know. Fuck you, we love you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Swear because we love.
And that is all for this episode of the USS Guan Yu. Join us next week, hopefully, where we will have some sort of resolution to this issue and allow, hopefully, this resolution to be favorable to the crew of the USS Guan Yu or lead to their destruction. Catch you next time.
I don't want to wait a week.